And this is Kentucky Hot Brown Boys.
What is going on, everybody?
Whoop whoop.
In the house. It's going down.
Hey.
Welcome to this week's
Hey.
Sicky McGee.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Kentucky Hot Brown Boys podcast. I am your host, Jerry Saylor. As always, in the studio with me, he is my right-hand man. He sits on my left side. He's Lever Slope and Dusty B.
What's going down?
You see it, man. This is it.
Yep.
This is it. To his immediate left, my brother from another mother, Mr. Leo Bishop.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Hello.
A little under the weather this week.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I'm going to spice it up in a minute.
It's all good. You gonna like smoke spice?
No, hell no.
Hell yeah, let's do it. Fuck yeah. I've done
That
that
makes
in a
things
while.
interesting.
I was gonna
shit
say
had
like,
me-
damn, you can do that and like feel better,
That
like
shit
when you're
like
sick.
bath salts.
Yeah.
Clears your
Yeah.
sinuses.
It's gonna eat my
Actually, I
face
did it
off.
once and it didn't do anything.
You never know, like, your chemical level in the inside. So
Yeah.
I think it reacts different.
They're all different.
Yeah.
They're all fuck you up.
So I don't want the strain to wake up in the alley eating cats and raccoons and shit. Like, nah.
No face eating.
That's just that's a bit much, I think. But across the table from Mr. Leo and Mr. Dusty B, we have the lovely and talented behind the sounds.
Oh, well.
It's
Oh.
Brittany, bitch.
What's up, whore?
I had it pointing to Brad, and you're like,
I
so
know.
beautiful. And I was like, oh, Brittany.
I got excited. I was like,
To be
oh.
fair, I was going to do that to Brad, too. So
Well,
I got excited.
just to not get not to discredit Brad at all. He is beautiful.
Thank you.
He showed me his belly earlier,
Yeah.
and I touched myself a little bit. I fondled it, gave it a flick or two.
His belly or yourself?
I flicked
Both,
myself,
yeah.
yeah. And like,
while
yeah.
caressing the
flicked
belly.
yourself?
Showing off my new body.
Yeah. How is the keto working
My
out for you,
sugarless body. Anal leakage.
Anal leakage?
It's a thing. It happens in rare cases, but it's happening to me. And right before we went on air, I swear, this is like the worst my burps, farts, piss, poop, everything has ever smelled.
man? Really?
I thought there was like a dead baby inside of me when I took a dump the other day. Like
There-
it smelled so bad.
there could be a dead baby.
It's
You
like a
never know,
it's a
man.
2 shower a day lifestyle right now.
Damn.
Really?
You wear
Yeah.
a panty liner.
I was getting ready to say that. Wear
That's a
a
good
panty liner
idea.
for your
He's
butt.
playing a dangerous game because the man only owns like 7 pairs of underwear. So
What?
That's true.
They
yeah.
all got holes
I got
in them,
enough.
too,
I got
right?
enough underwear for
a week's
one
worth
day.
of-
One day.
Hey,
a
I'm
week.
with you. I think I only own like 10.
Yeah.
I got like a couple backup
And then sometimes I
pairs,
fuck up, and then it has to be like a free ball day because I have no choice.
Y'all still wear tighty whities?
Nah,
Oh,
hell no.
hell
Yeah,
no.
I was going to say.
Hell no.
No.
Unless I'm trying to sneak drugs in somewhere, that's the only time I'll.
I mean, if you don't have the briefs that fit to your thighs and whatnot, you wouldn't be able to wear the panty liner, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it just fall out?
It's a
Yeah.
boxer.
Nasty,
It's
just
a
fall
boxer
down your
brief
pants leg.
situation.
Should just
Yeah.
stick it to his ass. Just duct tape it.
There's
Keep it
Dusty
clean.
Rhodes invented a thing called a man pond when he was wrestling, and he would just
Really?
wad up toilet paper because other wrestlers were complaining that his ass was so sweaty and smelly when they would have to wrestle him. So he would just took a big wad of toilet paper and just like put it in between his ass and his tights. And I guess during a match, there's like Google it or YouTube it. There's like tons
It
of wrestlers
fell out?
talking about it. Yeah, it fell
Really?
out. in the
That's
ring.
gross.
Yeah.
Who picked it up?
I don't
Was it
Kicked it under the mat.
The Undertaker.
It was Bobby the Brain Heenan distracted the referee, and then Junkyard Dog swooped in and grabbed it.
Oh, my God. Wow. I would have never thought.
That is some crazy shit. You know, when I was a kid, I used to do that. I didn't know the Dusty Rhodes thing, but I'd be like, man,
You shove underwear,
I'd
fucking toilet paper up
put
your ass?
toilet paper
I've done
like
that
under
before.
my balls,
Yeah.
like to keep the sweat down. So
Yeah.
I'd be like, man, I can't, keep playing these video games with sweaty balls. I gotta do something to absorb that moisture a little bit.
It wasn't from physical activity. it
Oh
was
fuck
from-
no.
Powder, bro. Powder.
Powder. I learned later on powder
But
is the way to
if you
go.
didn't know, you aren't supposed to put powder down there, though.
It's
People be
cancerous.
getting-
It causes you
women be
cancer.
getting
Yeah.
and shit, so it can go to your
You gotta-
crack, that
Can't get
talcum powder.
the talcum. You can't have
No
the
talc.
talc.
You ever get that soap? You ever get
It's
soap in your dick hole?
cornstarch. You gotta
yeah.
use the
Fucking
Fucking
cornstarch.
hurts so
We
bad.
talked about this
We-
about
yeah,
jerking
this-
off in the
Yes, I was
shower.
about to
This
Oh,
was-
that's right.
This
we
was
did.
our dry
We did.
jerk off.
Yeah.
intro.
It's got to be the.
We're not a
cornstarch.
rerun tonight, people. We are live.
He
Yes,
said the
this is
cornstarch?
not pre-recorded.
It's got to be cornstarch.
for
It's kinda soft,
instead
though,
of
if you think about
instead of the
Cornflakes.
instead of the powder.
Yeah.
Cornflakes is what you
In
get if
lieu
you
of
don't
towel.
use anything.
I thought he was talking about like jack off.
Oh.
No way, man. That's a little.
Make
a
some
rough.
bread.
If it
Yeah.
get wet, it'd be like baby powder. Not baby
No,
powder.
it'll get
like,
balled up. It'll get all like.
like you're making dough.
It'd be like a
Like
yeast
glue.
dough.
Make a dick dough.
Yeah,
Make that dick dough.
Did you guys ever do that in grade
said
school?
dick dough.
They
Make
called
dick
it
dough?
they called it oobleck.
Yeah, at home ec. It was weird. That teacher never taught ever
No.
again after that.
They called it oobleck, and it was basically cornstarch and water. And if you poke it, it turns into a solid. But if you poke it slow, it like.
Oh, I have. I
Yeah.
never really.
Oh, I've
Paid
seen
attention
It's
to
stuff
a
what
like
went
that,
science
into it.
thing. Yeah, it's just cornstarch. and
Like you can
water.
take and like smack it real hard,
Yeah.
and like you would think it would like splatter, but it
Yeah,
doesn't.
they have
It's
like at COSI, they have like a huge tub of it. And you can run across it real fast, but if you like walk across it, you start sinking.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
thinking of baking soda.
Oh.
So
Oh.
he get all gritty. Like,
Yeah.
That's how you have a nice exfoliated wiener. Like,
Put a little bit of cocaine down there and jerk off a little bit, make crack cocaine. Like, while you jerk, man, I'm fucking made 2 grams of
Dick's
some
numb
of
as
shit.
fuck.
shit,
Jerk
like, you
your
My
gotta-
dick crack. Who wants my dick crack?
Yeah,
My
like-
dick dough and my dick
I
crack.
am really high.
Damn, this
got a
got
chemical
off the
peel?
rails real quick.
Yeah.
Ooh, a chemical
Or
peel
on-
your dick? Oh, man.
or on the rails if it's Coke.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, nice.
There you
Nice.
go. There you go.
Man, chemical peel your dick. Ugh. It's like peeling a banana slice. Just like. Whoosh, whoosh.
That's all that a microdermabrasion is, like the fancy spa treatment. It's
Yeah.
just basically.
I'm sure they'll do it to your penis if you ask them to.
Make your dick real soft.
Yeah.
My dick's already.
If you don't have a
soft
soft dick,
enough,
something's
you know.
wrong.
Yeah, you're not doing it
I mean,
right.
porn stars have
Yeah.
like calluses probably
You think so?
on their wiener.
Really?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I don't have a wiener.
I
As long
it
as
should be
that shit's lubed
moisturized
up,
a
you
lot,
know?
Yeah.
But if
Not
you
unless
still if
they're-
you
Well,
use it
no,
a lot,
I don't think you can get calluses on your dick, and I'll tell you why. Because
Why?
if you jack off too much, you get calluses on your hand. Your dick doesn't get calloused.
You get scabbed.
You can get a little
Yeah.
chafe.
Yeah, you
A
get some
little bit. You can
chafiness.
get some chafe.
you
but-
probably
but-
chafe before,
but
and
not
that's too
necessarily a
painful to get a
callus.
callus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We have one viewer on
I'm-
Facebook.
It's coming out of all ends. I don't know what to tell you. This is what we wanted to do. Fucking deal with the
Like,
repercussions.
you
of-
better not go through all this shit and just relapse and go right back to
I'm
the
so
See,
close to it
everybody needs to
happening.
peer pressure
That
him.
Mountain Dew be calling me like Pookie in the fucking vending machine at work, and I'm just like,
I was actually thinking about getting like a 2-liter and like drinking the whole thing in front of Brad on the show tonight.
That's me.
But then I was
Mountain
like,
Dew.
I don't want to drink that much Mountain Dew myself.
Yeah, because it's
Mountain Dew is so gross.
it really
It's
is.
so gross.
you
Like, I
feeling?
can't drink a little bit
There are
of it without
times where I
thinking,
would
like,
drink it, and I'm
shit
like,
on my
I don't
teeth.
even like this. Why am I drinking this?
because
It's
you're
like-
addicted.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about cigarettes towards
Yeah.
the last couple of years. I wouldn't even want it halfway through,
yeah.
but it just still feels good at first.
Yeah, now have you ever gone back and like bummed a cigarette off of somebody, and then like I
You're
did that a
like,
couple weeks ago, took 2 puffs, and I was like,
I'll
fuck
done.
go around
this.
and
I
pass
can-
out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It like stays in your lungs, like, and then I can smell it like days later.
Yeah.
And they
It's just,
breathe,
like,
yeah.
there.
I miss it though.
I do too. I just miss like the I don't know.
It's the calming sensation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Start
There's
vaping,
also
bro.
a really social aspect to smoking, I think, too.
definitely.
It gets you out of work too. Like the smokers get more breaks than the people that don't smoke.
Well, not
There's like
anymore.
3
Yeah.
smokers in my whole building, and like everybody's like, "Ew."
There's a couple smokers at my work, but they're all very secretive about it.
Have you guys ever drove past Citibank out in Florence?
Oh, where they all make them stand across the
Oh
street
yeah, they're all like
all
out
the way
yeah.
across the street, like for real.
because it's a no tobacco campus.
Yeah.
yeah.
They're like,
Never had a
motherfucker, I
bank.
smoke outside the hospital, man. Like,
Western
I
and
ain't
Southern
scared.
won't hire you if you use tobacco products.
Really?
Yeah, they won't even
Fucks your
fuck with
insurance
you.
premium.
Yeah, I just like
Yeah.
signed something saying I wasn't a smoker and I got cheaper insurance.
Yeah, it's not even insurance. They just won't even fuck with you. They're just like, nope.
That's stupid.
They'll mouth swab you, and if you test positive
Holy
for
shit! Can you imagine getting
tobacco.
fired for smoking cigarette and you're an adult?
Seriously? That's
Yeah.
they won't
wild.
they won't fire you, but they won't hire you.
Yeah, I heard of that.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yep.
Yeah.
yikes.
That's fucking
I just look at it. As
crazy,
long
man.
as they make you sign a waiver, it's better for them because they won't be on
You're
the
not
line.
liable.
Yeah.
Same thing with Antonio Brown, the football player. He want to wear this special helmet. They saying no. I would just make his ass sign
Yeah.
a waiver. That way he can't sue us for CTE.
What's the helmet that he
in the
wants to
future.
wear?
It's probably
It's-
a preventative one.
It's
right?
one that they just every
They got
so
rid
often
of?
they discontinue some after so many years because they upgrade the technology and he
Oh,
just
it's
like
an
it
old one.
because he's familiar with it.
Yeah.
Have you heard about that CTE prevention collar? that they're testing. So basically, they found out that woodpeckers don't get concussions when they like bang their head against a tree really fast.
Can you do a quick impression of a woodpecker?
Like that. They have a
I see that a lot.
They have a special.
From the top down, though, right? Yeah.
Bing. But they have like a special ligament that goes around their neck that restricts their blood supply by like 20% to their head. So it, like,
so these people will be
creates-
blacking out and shit.
But no, it's only by 20%. So it creates like a cushion of blood that's like left in your head. And so they tried it out on like soccer players and football players actually in Cincinnati.
I think I
and
know
it's
what
just
you're
like
talking
this
about.
collar, and it just like puts enough pressure on your carotid artery that to like leave enough in there, and like they're going to put it in the NFL in the next 4 years. They said.
They had like that high school soccer.
The girls' soccer team.
Yeah.
And then,
I think I read something about that. It's
Yeah, it
just a
was
soccer
pretty.
team. It was
there was a soccer team and a
It
football
clicked.
team that.
How does that help the trauma?
Because they said like because you have that extra cushion of blood in your brain. If you were to get hit, there's like that cushion there that it essentially like pads it from from internally, like.
So your brain doesn't swell.
Yeah. Well,
It's,
so
it's your brain
it's,
rattling around.
I mean, we already have that though. It's already liquid in your skull for that.
Yeah, but if you're restricting blood like leaving your brain like by 20%, you have more blood and like you have like an excess in there.
It's like a cock ring.
Yeah.
yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
Cock ring.
for once,
Like a skull ring.
Jerry's inappropriate outburst was accurate.
Keeps the blood where it needs to be.
Yeah.
Right.
Cock ring for
Cock
your
rings
head.
are so weird.
They really are.
Yeah.
I've never
Does
actually
anyone ever
worn
use
one.
them in actual sex acts?
We sold a lot of them when I worked at
I've used
Hustler.
one before.
I've used one before too.
Never used one.
The
but
only
we
one I've
sold-
ever seen had like the little vibrator thingy on it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the ones we sold the most of.
They had like Trojan made them.
Remember those weird rubber band ones, but they're
Yeah.
all ribbed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For her
They're
pleasure.
kind of weird.
These motherfuckers don't even taste like ribs.
Yeah, they're really weird. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's mental
Yeah.
more than anything.
You
Probably.
ever had a cock necklace?
Cock necklace.
I don't know. Cock ring. Cock necklace. Like my mom's got a snow sugar thing.
Is that like a cock watch?
It's the Mountain Dew, man.
watch.
It's the
Cock
Mountain Dew.
Does anybody have anything exciting happen to them this week?
To us, well, I don't, other than anal leakage for Brad.
I mean, I don't think
that's
anybody
top
can beat
scale.
that.
Yeah, you can't top that.
That takes the cake right there. I
Can't
think.
top that.
What that smell like?
Oh my God.
What does that smell like, Brad? Is it something you can smell through your clothes?
No, thank God. I was like freaking out at work the one day.
Is
I
it like the
haven't smelled
old
it,
dew
so-
come from concentrate, like seeking?
It's
like,
It's mainly just like it feels just like just water, and
Is-
it's not from farting. It's just like all of a
Is
sudden
it
I'll
like
be like,
diarrhea? Like, do you go to poop, or is it kind of leaking out while you're like doing shit?
I'll just be like sitting there, and all of a sudden I'm like,
Is it like your man
why does
period?
my butt feel a little wet?
That's caked up dew.
Nah,
Yeah,
caked up Mountain Dew or caked up poop?
dew.
Oh.
Mountain Dew.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
caked up
man.
Mountain Dew.
It's all the
Mountain Dew.
residual
Yeah,
chemicals
see-
leaking out of your butthole.
It's seeping off the colon wall,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Holy shit! What if?
Because you know when people die, they have like 40 pounds
Yeah.
of backed up shit. So
Whoa.
you probably got like 7 pounds of dew. Just to concentrate.
Like
Residual
it's like gravy
sewage.
Mountain Dew.
Gravy
they probably
Dew.
can like take it off your walls and like make dew.
Get a colonic, bro.
Mix it with water
it'll
and make
probably
dew
quit.
for years.
Yeah.
Go get a
I've
colonic.
been interested in like getting.
I've been
one.
wanting to do a colonic too, man. We need to find a Groupon, and I'll go with you. Fuck it, I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'll
Can
do
this
it.
be bonus content?
All jokes aside, I probably
Yeah.
need to get
That'd be
one
for our
too.
Patreon.
I feel like
yeah.
I just
everybody
turned
should get
35.
one.
I gotta go get.
They say you
Oh,
lose
shit,
like
man.
5 or 6 pounds when you get a colonic.
Yeah.
I'm just afraid it would fuck up my like internal bacteria.
Yeah.
Because like I don't have like problems down there, so
That's not what Brad would say.
no, don't trust his judgment.
He's got anal leakage. Don't
What does he
He's
know?
in no place. To
My
drink.
butthole's
Mountain Dew
fine.
for 35 years. Every picture that exists of him as a child is him holding a Mountain
How do
Dew
you still?
can.
How do you still have teeth?
I know he's
I
got
know.
beautiful teeth.
I know.
and-
Did you brush every day? Like multiple
Once a day.
times? I mean multiple. Oh, I guess not. I was just asking.
Yeah, you need to brush your teeth.
Multiple times.
Sometimes I'll
Be
do
sure to
two.
tune in next week, folks. When we have a dentist come in and give Brad an exam live on the show.
It's just like having it's almost like free, like it's
That's
just like
one
getting
thing-
us free shit
that's
for the
one
show.
thing
Like,
about-
oh, come in and wash our car. We'll give you a plug.
So there's a benefit of keto that twofold, but talking about teeth, but when you stop eating so much sugar, like you know how your teeth feel like
That
kind
gritty.
of fuzzy.
Yeah. Ugh.
Like you don't get that on keto at all. Like like your teeth feel fine. But there's another interesting side effect of eating keto is that
Anal leakage.
if you partake in any CBD or THC containing item, like a high fat diet makes you get higher and absorb more CBD
I thought it was
because
the opposite.
it's fat soluble. That's why it takes so long to leave your system. So.
Well, I heard keto take
Fun
years
time.
off your life though.
What?
When you do it for so long, yeah.
I got nothing to live for anyway anymore.
I'm already dead inside. Fuck
Depends
it.
on, I mean, if
I
you're-
mean,
Mountain Dew's already killed me.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
His ass is literally falling out. He's got
my
nothing
ass
to
is
live
falling
for.
out. I can't have sugar. Like,
there's no long-term research on it, so.
Man,
True.
in about 2 weeks, you'll be like, I'm so glad I'm doing this. I'm so glad I'm not drinking Mountain Dew anymore.
I feel like
Yeah.
So what have you been drinking? Just water?
water and sugar-free orange Gatorade.
Yeah. Orange Gatorade's a shit, too.
I think your bags in your eyes look better.
Does the
Yeah.
sugar-free stuff have the aspartame in it or
Yeah, it's
anything?
still some bullshit.
That shit's
It's
fucking worse than
stevia.
sugar.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, if it's stevia?
That's why you don't
It's
fuck with
stevia.
diet pop, because that.
I won't
Yeah.
even. If I did switch to the diet, like that's what people were suggesting, or like fake sugar and stuff. I was like, dude, as soon as that would touch my lips, I would
Yeah.
be like,
Over
fuck
it.
this, I want the real shit.
See,
Yeah.
You better
that's
off drinking the
my
real shit.
that's my thing. Is I like the cancer, like the
See,
sweet.
I like it a lot.
Yeah. I
Don't
like the
we
fake
all?
sugar.
They make it so tasty. And
I know.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything's
all
so
the bad
tasty.
things in life are just
Delicious.
delicious.
I quit eating meat. It's been about.
What?
Well, actually, take that back. I
You had
made
tacos.
tacos, but that's like the first time I've eaten meat in like a month. And I felt. I
Should've
even
brought some of that
even I ate
turkey
a
for
little bit of
everybody.
the meat, man. I feel so much better. Yeah.
I've been off for a year and a half,
Yeah.
going strong.
Still eating chicken and turkey, but that's kind of to the point where I want to get to, man.
Motherfucker, that don't count. I'm talking about I don't eat meat.
That's
but I eat
meat.
chicken
Well,
and
I'm talking about like red meat.
I'm drug free.
Oh, right, yeah,
and
red
say
meat.
red meat,
Heroin.
because that's
That's what I meant. I meant red
yeah,
meat.
red meat.
But that honestly, that is a great benefit though.
What?
Not eating red meat.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Yeah, that's that.
it
Yeah,
tastes
I
the
always
best.
felt like shit when I eat like burgers or steaks or something. So I was like, I'm over this.
Man, that's the oh my god, Sunday we hit it hard
oh
because
my
we
God.
knew it was gonna be our
we
last
were like
day.
crackheads just binging.
We fucking made
so
fucking
gross.
Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Oh
We
shit!
just ate those and then had pizza and got drunk
Who the
and
where'd you get the Cheddar Bay biscuits from?
They sell them.
they
in a
sell them
box.
now.
Yeah, you
in
can
a
buy them
box.
at
For
Kroger.
I
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
know
He
that.
had like
We
a
even
little brush.
shredded
He
the-
dipped it in dew and like
Yeah.
glazed it with
We
dew
put
and
it
put
in
it back in the
I
the
oven.
had
batter.
several Mountain Dews that day.
Oh.
Marinated
My
steaks.
goodbye party. It's like a junkie going into rehab.
He was mainlining fucking
Yeah.
Mountain Dew. It's like this will be in my system for a
It'd
while.
be sad if she started finding like dew cans.
Dude,
in the
yeah,
trash.
You find 'em,
Wrapped up
like-
in tissue and shit.
I feel like she would kiss me and be like, "Hey, I can taste Mountain Dew on your."
I
lips."
probably could.
I'm gonna start throwing like empty Mountain Dew bottles and shit in your all's yard.
Frame
You
'em.
know. Before y'all leave, I gotta run outside real quick. You might find something in your car. Yeah.
When you go to their house, like stash a bunch of Mountain Dew bottles, like in the bathroom or something.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what the fuck's this?
Take and pour a bunch of them in the top of the commode of the toilet.
Yeah.
So when they flush it all, it's all Mountain Dew. They're like, "What the fuck, man?"
How-
You upper deck.
I
it.
used to
Yes,
date
Mountain Dew Upper
I used to
Decker.
date
Yeah.
like a really bad alcoholic, and it wasn't like bottles of booze like everywhere. It was little airplane bottles of like yeah.
That's how they do it.
Like open up a fucking closet and like just like a bunch of them fucking fell out.
Why wouldn't you just take them outside? Like,
I don't know.
Just you fucking shit
that-
Because
face.
it's too
like, when
obvious
you're an
it'd be in the
alcoholic,
garbage.
You always want that like little corner. You know, it's like, oh, you can't find anything else. That little drop.
were they empty
Yeah.
or were they full? That falling out.
Empty.
Yeah.
They were probably full at one point.
Yeah, they were full at one. Yeah.
So she probably just took all the bottles at one point and just put it all in one.
I couldn't bring
Made a
alcohol.
shot.
Like I couldn't bring alcohol. Like I got a really nice bottle of like, it was like a really nice bottle of bourbon for Christmas from somebody. This was like
Drank it?
expensive. Dude, it was gone in like a day. And I came home to make myself a drink. I came
You're
home
like,
from
"What the
work and
fuck?"
it was gone. And she was like,
Damn.
"Oh, I had a couple people over." And I'm just like, "Dude, come on." Like at this point, I know you're an alcoholic.
She didn't drink.
I had like 8
Listerine.
people over.
Was she at Listerine level?
No, I'm sure she's probably
Oh,
getting there
man.
at this point.
people
though.
like at that Listerine level. I can't believe they can do that. Dude.
like vanilla extract and shit too. That's
yeah,
what they drink.
vanilla extract.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another one too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever tried drinking
Or
vanilla extract?
Maraschino,
No.
the cherry juice that comes inside like
That'll get
maraschino
you drunk,
cherries.
too?
Yeah, that's what the hardcore alcoholics will drink.
Really? I thought it was just sugar.
No, there's yeah.
There's some booze in
I
it?
think it used to be. Maybe they don't put it
Oh.
in alcohol. Maybe they don't have alcohol.
Maybe it's like old, it like ferments or some shit.
Yeah.
The old, I know that like the moonshine cherries have in them, obviously.
Did she throw like the dew in your face when you try to come at her like you're on dew?
You on the dew again? You're on the dew. But your underwear had a little bit of drops in it, like.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how you know he went back on the dew.
Yeah.
His underwear dry.
Yeah.
He got that underwear.
Yeah, the underwear's dry. He's back on the dew.
Who does laundry at your all's place?
Mostly him, but
Really?
For sure now.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of why I like.
Our laundry is not to mix.
He's got the
so-
shout
Yeah.
in there spraying it.
Finding somebody shit stains in their underwear, that changes the whole dynamic
It
of a
does.
relationship.
Do you guys like go in the bathroom
It
and like
changed
shit at the
their
same
view
time?
of us as much. I don't think so.
I mean, I just expect
They
it.
expect us.
True,
Exactly.
real quick, true story. Like, because I know we got a bunch of shit we
man.
have to talk about. When me and Brittany first started dating, and
I don't even know what the story is. I'm scared.
I had a left she got up to leave, and then I got up, and I noticed oh, I left a little streak on the bed sheet, and I was horrified that she was gonna see it. So I waited for her and her roommate to leave. I fucking went
You that bad at
I went
wiping?
into work later, turned around, came back and fucking threw that shit in the washer and dryer, and then put it back on. And
This was
was
at her
fucking
place?
fitted sheets too, and that's what took the longest, was trying to get those fucking fitted sheets back onto that mat.
Why'd you be like a normal dude? Just spray Windex on it and fucking scrub it.
Does that work?
Dab it with bleach.
Yeah,
Just that
bleach
spot, if it
works
was-
too.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
then there's a big
white.
bleach stain in the gray sheets.
Well, if it was,
What you
I was
should
thinking
have
it was
done
white.
was just take and turn the fitted sheet so the shit stain was on her side. You should think it was her.
It'll be
you
like
should've-
no, because it'd be like at the head of if you twist it the other way, it would be
So
like at the other end.
You could,
At the
So
top.
you weren't
when
on
she
keto
walks in, you just be like,
then.
"What's up, shithead?"
Yeah.
I was on keto then.
You weren't on keto then, so why were you shitting the bed?
I was wet fart.
She'd be laying there and be like, "Why does it smell like shit?"
It was one of those times we slept
When you plugged him,
naked.
you plugged him.
Yeah, he never sleeps naked.
There's
It's so
a
weird.
perfect reason
I
why.
guess you should keep your underwears on then.
Perfect reason why.
Sleeping
Plus,
naked's
you get,
great.
nah, I don't like it, man.
Really?
I don't
The
like
house catches on fire.
That's
or something.
my- that's
Especially with
exactly
our
what I
electrical
say.
problems right now. Come on.
I don't
Fuck
like
it,
sleeping
go out naked.
I'm so used to living with other people growing up.
That's it-
that
that's it,
I
too.
don't really feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I can't sleep with any a shirt on. No.
That I can understand that.
I think a lot of girls are like that. A lot of females are like, "Yeah, fuck that. I ain't sleeping with."
And then if you like more of a grower than the shower, you'd also don't want to be walking around butt
Yeah.
naked all the time.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah.
especially if it's cold. It was cold that night,
Yeah.
Willie.
You
Yeah.
can't just keep yourself hard all the time. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
You can't wear that cock ring all the time.
you bring up a very good question, Leo. You bring up a very good question. Let's take a little trip down Jerry's stereotypes here for a minute. Are you a grower or a shower, Leo?
I'm a grower.
You're a grower?
Definitely.
Hell yeah! All right, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wish I would have a small dick.
I'm just so happy that I'm either or.
Yeah, you're
Some
not,
people
like,
aren't
in the
growers
middle.
or showers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just fuck.
No micro penis.
I couldn't.
Golden
have
State Killer had that. So did Gigi Allen.
Micro
Oh,
penis.
G.G. Allen.
Yeah, had a micro penis.
R.I.P.
Good to know.
That
man.
that dude didn't. The crazy thing about him is he didn't want to be embalmed.
Yeah.
Like he died 4 days later. They had his funeral and he smelled like shit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's only appropriate for
Yeah.
G.G. Allen.
Yeah, but G.G.
Yeah.
Allen.
God,
yeah.
that if you've never seen that documentary, hated, definitely watch it.
If I had a micro penis and I was rich, I would just get my dick done.
You can get your dick done.
I don't.
Yeah, I think you
What-
can get
there
some
is-
implants.
there
is
Some
a
porn guy did it.
What dick implants are? They're not. They don't like. Not that I've looked into it, all right?
Uh huh.
But it's not like they put something in to make your dick bigger. There's how underneath your tongue you got that little thing
Flange.
of skin
Uh-huh.
that connects your tongue to the bottom.
Oh,
of your
they
mouth.
slit you from your balls and your dick,
there's,
right?
There's
Yeah.
there's something like that inside
Oh, they
under
pull
your
out the
dick,
hidden
and they
They,
go
like-
in there and they
It's a tendon.
snip that. It's like a tendon, yeah, and they snip that,
dick tendon.
and then it makes it protrude.
But then when you
further.
get hard, you don't go up. It's just like a helicopter situation.
Oh, it's like
Yeah,
a
I've-
dangly.
Because there's some people that
You've
are
obviously never been helicopter dick before.
It's Airwolf dick.
Yeah.
Airwolf dick.
That have to suck.
Well, like
Helicopter dick in a chick?
No, I like your dick being hard but not hard.
Oh,
all
yeah.
the
Well,
time.
that's what the
Like,
guys.
It's
That's what
hard.
John Holmes had that problem
No.
because his dick was so big, it was hard to get blood flow down there and get like
Well, that's different.
hard.
Like that's God
Yeah.
saving
No.
women.
it's a protection plan.
Saving them guts.
Oh,
Can you
man.
imagine if his shit was like rock hard?
Yeah, no shit.
He'd be arrested and shit.
It'd be coming out their mouth.
Ouch.
I don't know, man. I saw a little pitchfork dick lay the pipe to a few bitches. I even asked him.
Pitchfork dick?
I've never told you,
You
the
know
story
the
of
weirdest
pitchfork
people.
dick.
Oh, man.
No, it was a Craigslist guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a guy that I knew personally. I used to live with him. Or I should say he used to live with me. And he had 11 3/4-inch penis.
Whoa.
I know this because I've seen it. Not my,
he goes, whoa.
yeah, not my proudest moment. Not my proudest moments, but I've seen his dick.
Get out.
I feel like all guys that live together at least have one show and tell moment.
No.
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 I've had multiple roommates and it's never
Yeah, I've
The two
never
packed.
never
You
seen
just
any
say
of
not
the
to talk
dudes I
about it
lived
ever.
with's dick.
No.
I did see my friend Derek's because he shows his dick in that movie, but
Plus,
I
I'm
think-
black.
I've seen all my friends do.
that's different
We
though.
don't play the dick. We don't like.
Yeah, you don't be like, hey,
Dicks
man,
are
who's
friendly
bigger?
in the hood. You know,
Yeah.
it's either you secretly gay or you are gay.
Yeah.
It's not any in between. Like, hey, look at my dick. It's like you can't go back from there.
It's not just for funsies.
The only
Yeah.
dude's dick that I know that I've seen fucking Eric's because he whips it out every time.
Every
he's
time.
I
fucking-
can't believe you
Yeah.
haven't seen Jerry's dick. I just feel like
Yeah.
you guys
No.
have,
I feel like
I've
that's
even
a line
sat.
that's been crossed.
I've even like been in the shower while he was taking a shit.
Like he
in a
wasn't
hotel.
like taking a shower. He was like sitting in the tub and like while I'm taking a shit. Let's just
Yeah.
get that straight.
I mean,
Why-
doesn't
that
make a
makes it
difference.
weirder.
Show
Actually.
300.
Like,
we were
Well,
pretty
well,
fucked
Finally
up.
make it happen.
you aren't
We
helping.
show everybody our dicks on.
No, you
300?
guys.
Yeah, we were drunk and I wiped them.
No, we weren't that kind of fucked up.
Nah, that was
I was
that
like-
was
I
later
was
in the night.
Yeah, I was like, hey man, I gotta take a shit, and he was like, all right. So I went in the bathroom and I'm taking a shit. He's like, hey man, can I come in? And I was like, what? He's like, can I come in? I was like, I guess if you want, but I'm taking a shit.
Like I'm
He's
bored and alone. Let me
he's like-
sit in the bathtub while
I
you
was
take
like,
a shit.
All right, man, go for it.
I
So like he
definitely
comes
would've
in,
done
Like a
sits
buddy
in the
system?
tub,
Yeah.
pretty much, yeah.
See, I would rather someone see my dick than sit there.
You
while
have
I
a dick?
pooped. Well, no,
It's
if I were a
beautiful.
boy.
Luscious.
He said the main. Oh my
What do you think the anal
The
leak
main?
is really
That
from?
you said?
That's what I'm saying.
The main.
yeah.
I've never heard it called the main before. Holy
The
shit!
main.
The
What?
hair, you know, like
The male. The
Oh.
mane. Yeah.
man.
I think he meant like the skin around the top of the dick.
Oh, lions, the lion.
Yeah, the
mane,
mane.
I got you,
hair.
man, I got
Talking
you.
about the hair. He talking about your dick and oh my
Okay,
goodness.
sorry.
He said it was
I got
luscious. I'm saying like the hair, the
Oh.
mane is luscious, like Fabio.
She conditions it.
Am I?
Oh,
But anyways, back to Jerry's
Back to the-
fucking pitchfork dick.
oh yeah.
Funny thing
pitchfork dick,
is,
yeah.
Jerry did that ad on Craigslist or whatever, and he pulls it up, and we've talked about the ad before. I hate to go into it.
Yeah, I won't go into the whole ad thing, but basically I put up like a female ad on
Yeah.
Craigslist to try to get dudes' responses.
Done
to
that.
it.
Used
Yeah.
to do that with the chat lines
Yeah.
too.
And the dude that I know, Pitchfork Dick, sent pictures
Yeah.
in response to my ad, and like the first picture was of his dick, and I was like, holy shit. I fucking know that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then I kept going through the pictures, and sure enough, he showed his face. It's like, that's fucking Pitchfork Dick
And
right
at the
there.
time, the funny thing at the time is Jerry and I were kind of just became friends, and like I was ever at his house and we were doing this, and all of a sudden like this dick pops up on his TV, and I was like, what the fuck, dude? And he's like, I know that dick. And I was like, what? He's like, I know that dick. That's Pitchfork Dick. And I was like, how do you know what this dude's dick looks like? It was just, I was
would've-
like, how do you know this dude's dick, man?
I would have thought you were gay.
I was like, This is so weird.
The recognizing the dick, well, one, and then hey,
Yeah,
let me
that's-
come in.
Yeah.
I left that day like, yeah,
nah.
official.
let me in. I want to recognize that dick one day.
No.
Wouldn't that be fucked up if that's how they identified you when you die?
Was that-
They bring
Yep,
your friend
that's
in
him.
to like.
Your dick rings are one of a kind. They find out certain amount of people share fingerprints, so they
Yeah.
have to do a different
I'm
way.
I'm sure that each one is individual.
It would happen.
It's like a
Like a
turtle
snowflake.
on the shell.
I wonder if twins have similar
Identical dicks.
Oh, I wonder. That's a guts. I've never actually even.
I'm a
thought of
twin, but not to. I got a sister.
Yeah.
Oh, I have matching clits.
Did you ever hear about that? There was a biological like twin boys, and they were identical, and they were circumcising them, and they botched one of their circumcisions.
So they made one of them a girl.
And so they were just like,
That was an episode of SVU. I
but
saw
it's,
that.
No, but it's like a real case.
Oh, I know. They pull
How
from the
bad
headlines
of
all
a
the time.
botched job would you have to?
It would have been pretty bad.
Did he like sneeze or something? He's like, oh, my bad.
But like, you couldn't fix it.
That's wrong.
That is wrong.
Yeah.
What was that?
Well, that sounded like water
Noise,
running or
oh.
something.
It was a toilet flush.
Anal leakage.
Yeah, anal leakage.
Brad, sit with your legs crossed over there, man, please.
Clench.
He already
Yeah.
is.
That's
So,
pretty good right now.
That's why you have anal leakage, because your butt's so little.
you got a little butt?
I don't have a
Yeah,
butt.
I do. I don't either. It's
He has a
cool.
little baby butt.
Why is it so loose? That's the question.
It's because of
Wow.
Brittany's
You should do
dick.
like those Kegel exercises.
Sometimes I need
Butt
it.
kegels.
Sometimes I need it.
You need to get the balls to put in your ass.
He isn't thinking this isn't that much fun.
I don't like balls in my ass. I like them bouncing off of my ass.
There you go.
Well,
Now you're talking.
moving on to news.
Hit the headlines, Britt.
Right.
Yeah, there we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in tonight at 9:40. I'm your host, Leo Bishop. My correspondent? I almost fucked up. My correspondent, Britt.
Nice.
I was like,
Britt.
did you have a stroke for a second?
It was Britt.
I was like, hold on.
I smell toast.
I had a brain fart. Sick, man. I just realized like how gray I look on the picture.
You look gray?
You look ashy,
Yeah, I
bro.
do look ashy gray. Like,
Yeah, man, you look good.
No, I
man.
usually be glowing a little more.
It's because you're under the weather, man.
Yeah.
Did you miss your cocoa butter regiment today?
I use like shea butter.
Shea butter? There you
Get all
go.
racial and shit, though. You know we fuck with the body butters. Put y'all on in a moment.
Does it
Does
not
it
have
smell
a lid?
good?
Huh?
Is there no
I
lid?
lost it at home. I have another one. Though.
Will that dry out though? I guess not.
No,
Let me,
it's
let me,
butter, it's
let me
oil.
smell that. I won't use
It's
it.
not
Smells
like the best
delicious.
smelling thing
I tried the
there is.
butter thing before, but you
Nice,
know,
man.
Country Crock really isn't.
Smells good.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it. Knew it.
It's just like lotion doesn't like really work as well sometimes, so I mostly use it for like the elbows and like dry spots here and there.
Gotcha. You don't want the white elbows.
I need to
man.
get that for my bows, man. My bows are dry as
You got the
fuck.
driest bows I've
I got
ever
My shins get real
witnessed.
dry. My
Yeah.
shins.
Like,
Yours get
you
real
cut me
leggy.
with them bows.
I
You
know.
cut some bows, man.
Word.
My nipples get real dry in the wintertime.
What?
too. Yeah.
Really?
He's like, who's sucking
You
on
just hit
them?
them with a little butter.
Yeah.
A little butter twist.
Little buttery nipples.
Buttery nipples. There you go.
Just get that spray butter, man. You can get it
Butter
at Kroger for
Parquet,
like
get some
99
Parquet.
cents.
Butter
yeah.
nips.
More like
Doesn't sound a
parquet.
snack.
Old
Parquet.
butter nips.
Old butter nip. Old butter nips.
Old
Brad.
butter nips ain't a leakage.
Butter nip Brad.
Oh,
Butter nipples
Brad. Kid show.
He's gonna come in next week and he's just gonna have spots on
Spots
his
on his
shirt.
shirt,
where his
yeah.
nipples are.
That's not
No,
Mickey Mouse. It's tit dirt.
I feel
Yeah.
like that would be an actual meltdown you would have. Like, I
What?
put the butter in my nips and now my shirts are all greasy.
There's too much of our real life coming out on the air tonight.
Brittany's standing in the bathroom like it puts the butter on its
I was
nipples.
gonna say,
or
puts
else
the
it
butter
gets
in
the
nipples,
hose
yeah.
again.
Put the butter on the nipples.
So,
All right, news.
Oh,
News.
shit. All right.
Now, one thing that's not on the list, and I just kind of remembered about it, and I think old fans of the show would be interested in knowing this. Our good friend Bo Chadley.
Yeah, Bo Chadley, yeah.
He's currently incarcerated right now for I believe it was
Trying
crystal
to make meth, yeah.
Yeah, crystal meth production or something. Allegedly, he says he was framed.
Of course.
Obviously.
But you know, I'm not the judge. I'm not the lawyer. I don't know exactly what's going on. But after 20 years of marriage, he's decided to call it quits with his lady friend.
From jail?
Yeah, from jail.
Are
yeah.
we congratulating him on this, or is this a bad thing?
Did he decide or did she decide?
It's probably a little
I'm
bit
not
of
for
both.
sure. I think it's probably a little bit of both.
How long has he been in jail?
He's got how many more months left?
Like
2 years. I think he's been there
years,
for
something
How
2
like
years.
irritating does your woman have
Yeah.
to be for you to give her up while you locked up?
that. That's true.
No disrespect to her, but it's usually the other way around. I
Like,
hear
you're getting
so
like
many
one phone
stories-
call a week. Like,
You hear stories about dudes like fake falling in love with chicks just for companionship and commissary and shit. I never known or thought.
I am the devil,
Must
and
be.
don't you forget it.
She has to be
Why
cheating.
are they so loud?
Maybe the volume's turned up.
This dude, when we had him on as a guest, came over, had a whole bottles of Jacob's Ghost. I guess was
I still got it somewhere.
What's that? Is that like booze or something?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it was like I think it was made by Jim Beam, but
Yeah.
it was like the clear liquor, and a
Oh.
whole bottle of it. Brought it over, pulled it out of his jacket, cracked it, and just fucking started just drinking it. Drank the whole fucking bottle while it was here.
We talking fifth, or we talking like half gallon, or
It was a fifth. It
Like,
was,
it was like a
it's
liter.
still a lot.
still
something,
impressive.
Yeah, but it's like
Yeah.
90 something proof. He
But-
fucking drank the whole
Damn.
thing.
It was an airplane bottle. It's my ex-girlfriend.
The thing about Bo Chadley was like, I talked to him before we had him over, and he was like, yeah, I'll come over, no big deal. I was like, okay, cool.
Are you guys like bros, or is he like a?
No,
He was like
I-
a musical guest.
I found him on
Oh.
Craigslist, oddly enough. But
Is
like,
he Pitchfork Dick?
No.
No.
But like, I'm talking to him. He's like, yeah, I'll come over, no big deal. So I give him the address or whatever, and like, I told him, go around the back door, just knock, I'll let you in or whatever. So like, we're sitting there, and we're waiting on him, and I hear the knock. I go and I open the door, and I'm like, hey, Bo, come on in, man. Nice to meet you, whatever. And I go to shut the door, and like a hand comes up and like pushes the door, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. Is this your wife? Oh, okay, all right. And I go shut the door again. He brought like
An entourage?
His
a
entourage,
whole
yeah.
entourage of fucking people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fucking crazy.
So he's a musician.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What does he do? Like,
He's a country.
He
like
d- he
outlaw.
was like
that's what I'm
outlaw
gonna say.
country,
Like, did that just go to his head? Like, oh, I have to be like hard living.
No, I just think like
That's how
they
he
just
was.
yeah, that's just how he rolls.
Yeah.
He rolls with his posse.
Yeah.
everywhere
You
he
gotta be
goes.
famous before you have a posse.
Bo Chadley and the Dog Pound.
Dude,
Yeah.
when Monique
Well,
came
he
to
said-
the
he
Funny
used to hang out
Bone,
with one
she
of
had
Jennings.
a fucking entourage of, I shit you not, 20 fucking people
Really?
that were all on her payroll.
Monique.
And now she's got money problems, and she wonders why.
Shocking.
Yeah. No shit.
That's usually how it happens.
I don't
Yeah.
understand that, man.
Yeah,
You feel good.
If I ever get to the point where like I gotta pay people to hang out with me, just fucking drag me
Chappelle
out
had
in the
that
yard
too,
and
but
shit
he
me.
can afford
a
it.
lot of
Yeah.
times it just be your fucking friends and family making you feel bad and shit.
That's
Oh,
what it
like,
seemed
hey,
like.
give me
She had
money
a
'cause I'm
fucking
hanging out.
brought her
Yeah.
own sound person. I'm like, dude, why you fucking paying to fly your fucking nephew
Just to
out to run
talk.
sound?
Yeah.
Like,
Fuck that.
Hold on, wait a minute. All right, you're good.
You're not even singing.
I'm
you
gonna go
just
back to the
talking.
bar and
just
drink
talking.
now.
oh, could you turn that
No,
up
it's-
closer, up to 8 instead of 7? Thank you.
Make it like 7.75.
Yeah.
But
News.
not quite 8 though. What booze?
News.
Oh yeah, news.
Oh, yeah,
It
news.
Do
is,
it.
yeah.
What do we got, Britt? Hit us.
All right. So a New Jersey woman was just hanging out in her backyard when all of a sudden, out of the clear blue sky, a doll came flying into her yard, and they flipped it over and realized it was a doll of Pennywise, the clown
From
Ah.
it.
from It.
No. Do you guys think that was like a publicity stunt kind of thing?
I would not shock me since
That'd
the
be
movie
kinda
comes out in
cool.
like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And it shows like a clip of him like on a balloon, like flying over houses and shit. You
Was it a
got a
like?
picture with a clown.
It wasn't like
Holding
a
these
life
balloons.
size, but
No,
it
but
was,
was it like attached to balloons? Like it landed in her
It
yard?
just said it came over and there were weird markings on the forehead that looked very culty.
Culty.
Those were her words.
Fucking
So-
white people always
so
think there's
then-
like there's some kind of cult involved.
So she
with-
decided that the best course of action was to burn it in her fire pit.
and then it showed up again 2
Oh,
days.
you reactivated.
yeah.
It released
That's how
its
you-
soul that way.
That's how you absorb its soul, like with the smoke.
A stroked out Tim Curry comes to your door like, "Grr, grr,
How's that?
grr, grr."
That's fucked up.
That is kind of creepy though.
Yeah.
Like nobody's
I mean-
fessed up to it that we know of.
Not as of the.
Was this in a major
headline.
city? What city was this in? Because if it's in a major city, then it's like a publicity stunt for the movie.
I think if it was a
I mean, it
publicity
was in
stunt,
New
it would
Jersey,
have been
so I
life
mean, it could
size.
have been.
Did they say it like came over the fence or like dropped out of the sky?
It fell from the sky into their backyard.
So it was like thrown out of a plane.
It was a plush doll.
Oh yeah, so it won't break.
But that shit was
Yeah.
expensive though.
Yeah, it was. They just went to the Spencer's and got
Picked it up.
Got it for
Yeah.
$9.99
Yeah, that sounds like a fake story.
and a free hat.
Oh, it wouldn't light because it was flame retardant. So that made her.
What?
Oh,
So
she
I'm
heard
gonna
it.
I'm gonna snoops this story. Snops. What is
Snopes.
it? Snopes. Snopes. Is that what it's?
The E at the end makes it a long O.
Oh.
Snoop.
Snopes.
Yeah. Snoop has.
But yeah, so she put
Snopes
olive
on
oil
there.
in newspaper, wrapped it in newspaper, and then it lit on fire.
Damn.
She was
She's
determined.
savage, man. She
Yeah.
not having that shit in her
Oh,
house.
and she also runs a Reiki and intuitive healing business.
Oh yeah, she's.
So she probably did a lot of acid
She
back in the
also
day. So
burned-
this doll probably didn't need this
She
thing. Didn't
burns
even
sage
happen.
to
Yeah.
cleanse her house.
Of course,
of
she,
its
that
evil
fucking
spirit.
stuff smells like shit.
I don't like sage.
Ugh.
Actually, the only time I've ever burned sage to like cleanse, then like I had like the shittiest day ever. So
Did you have the windows open?
it was at my old office.
Were the windows open?
Our windows didn't open, but we
You
opened
burn
the
sage
door.
at the office?
That's the point. You have to leave the windows open so the evil spirits and energy can
To get
leave.
out?
Yeah. So you.
You know where her office? You know what day this
It was
was
in the
on?
cemetery,
It was at
too.
the World Trade. No, it was at the World Trade Center on 9/11/2001. Like,
Reactivating all
Really?
that shit.
I was when I was in,
8th grade.
when I was in,
oh, literal.
yeah,
Do
freshman
you
year.
remember where you were when 9/11 happened?
Yeah,
I
I'm still
do.
working in
Yeah.
radio.
My
was
fucking
in high
school
school.
announced that it hit the Empire State Building.
Duh.
Yeah.
Dumbasses.
My buddy Ryan told me that happened.
That it hit the Empire State Building?
No, that,
Oh.
that
When it
some
happened.
plane
I
hit
remember
some
when the
building in New York.
Challenger exploded.
Yeah?
The Challenger exploded 2 days before I was born.
Oh!
You
Yeah.
could be a reincarnated fucking astronaut, Britt.
I mean, I was already existing.
Do you know all of those people aren't really dead?
You say it was 2 days before
Did you,
were
have you
born?
And the
looked
Challenger?
into
I
that?
researched it myself.
Yeah.
I swear to God on everything. Like, I don't remember how many of them it is, but it's a guy. One of his
So what's
name-
up, Alex Jens?
His name is Michael Smith. I thought it was some bullshit too, but I'll bring the evidence next time. Ain't even gonna waste.
I'm
time.
interested because
We
I've
need-
never
I'm
heard this
interested too.
theory.
I've never heard it. Go ahead, man. Sorry.
Can we do a conspiracy show, like just a show that instead of headlines, we just bring our favorite conspiracy? Because I have several.
Okay.
I'm down.
That's what we need to do.
I'm-
Conspiracy theories are so hot right now. Well, actually, murder shows are so hot.
No,
right
it's
now.
getting into conspiracy theories because
Is it?
fucking
You know what you need to do, babe.
Epstein blew the
Britt.
lid off of it. What?
I almost called you babe, and we're in a professional setting right now.
What, Holmes?
You should get a couple of girls, start a conspiracy show, and call it Cuntspiracy.
Ooh,
Boom!
I'd produce it for sure.
I will take that into strong consideration.
Thank you.
Not really, but all right.
I didn't think you would. I didn't think you would.
That's a great name.
I know
like it.
Conspiracy.
And you can start with
Conspiracy.
like top conspiracies that are deemed like against women throughout time.
Oh,
like
there you
men gain
go.
control and shit. It's like a feminist podcast, basically.
Yeah.
Feminist conspiracy
But I don't like that
podcast.
bent because it's too narrow. I like.
Heard that before.
I like.
I was. The wheels were turning, but I
me
couldn't
too,
think of
me too.
anything.
Hey.
Yeah. What's next, Britt? What do we got?
That's funny.
So this is very close and near and dear to Brad's heart.
Ooh.
Anal leakage.
Apparently, there is a Phish show that is being plagued by plague-infected prairie dogs.
There are plague-infected prairie dogs in Colorado right now, and Phish every year plays a 3-day concert in Colorado.
the Dick's Sporting Goods Park.
Dick's Sporting Goods Park.
Really?
Yeah. And it's like world around. Like anytime they play this, when they come and play, it's like fucking some of their best shows. So now people can't camp, like can't have like their like tailgating shit before the concert.
No,
and
they just-
basically,
They
Yeah.
just migrate to that area or
There have
something?
been
Yeah.
ongoing cases of plague in prairie dog communities near the venue.
they've canceled other concerts there, like in previous weeks.
Why
But
don't
this
they
is
just
just a
kill
big
these
story
fucking
because
things?
people want Phish
Where,
fans
where
to
do
die.
they think they coming from? Or have they always been exposed and carried the plague? Or
No,
What
it's
I
some
can't
kind of
see is
being
are-
spread
They're
by.
just plague carrying. They
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah, they don't
they
actually
actually
have
have
it.
it.
Yeah.
So it's
Just
like
get
if you
fucking
bit-
vaccinated. You'll
but
be
it's-
all right.
And
it's the
hippies are so
same-
dirty anyway.
I
This is a
know.
good precautionary measure to.
It's the same way
Good
we
way
got
to
the
wipe
plague
'em
back
out.
in the day. It's not the animal. It's the ticks
It's
and
the-
fleas.
like
I've been to
fleas and
close
shit,
to
yeah.
50 Phish shows, and some of the most fucked up shit I've ever seen ever
Maybe
has
you're a
always
carrier for
occurred
the plague, and that's
at
why
a
your
Phish-
butthole's leaking.
Holy shit!
You need Mountain Dew is keeping you together.
Yeah, no shit. It's like a bacteria.
warning
Well, it can
off
take
the
corrosion off a car battery, so maybe it's killing the prairie dog.
I want to go to a
plague.
Fish show. I want
I
to go
do
at least
not,
once.
no.
You
Just
know,
once,
now
one time.
now it's
I'm
like
with
more
Britt
chilled
on this
out.
one.
Everybody's
Nah,
everybody's
no.
older and stuff now, so it's not like
Really?
it's still fun, but it's not like
I always thought it'd be cool to go
Man.
to one.
So here's the question: it's a chicken and the egg situation. Did the plague get to the prairie dogs first, or did the Phish fans bring the plague to the prairie dogs, or did the plague bring?
I don't
Like,
know.
where-
I'm just excited because I know like their sense of humor and shit. They're gonna do something funny with it.
They'll, like give out like full body condoms for people
Yeah.
to wear. Like don't
Yeah.
get the plague. You know.
It's a certain amount of people who are immune. What if they only were invited?
It's true.
That'd be crazy.
Kind of like Dave Chappelle only doing.
You got to bring
a
your
show for dating
vaccine
people.
records when you go.
Speaking
to a
of, he's
show.
got a new special dropping Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, you heard about his concert though, Jerry?
Oh yeah, in Dayton.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta
City
prove you're a
Shine.
Dayton resident. Or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
That's
You
fucking
got to show
stupid,
ID
man.
that you live in Dayton
Why
and
would you
shit.
do that?
What?
Yeah.
Well, because it's for like the people of Dayton because of the
Yeah.
shooting and stuff.
Oh,
They don't want
okay.
people like
Yeah.
all around the world coming to see him do a show.
Yeah, it's just
He
basically
wants
for
to
like
do
the
it for
people
of Dayton.
A guy I used to work with got tickets to his like Chappelle does that barn party every once in a while. He actually got tickets and got to go this year. Said it was fucking
So
awesome.
How are he? I mean, I don't know, man.
I know they sold 10,000 tickets, so I don't even.
Yeah, how the fuck you guarantee that people that were even affected by the shit gonna be there? It's just
Well, I think
random
what.
niggas that was at
Well, I think it was just open to anybody, any I think a lot of like the
Resident of
first
Dayton.
responders and like victims and stuff like already got like
Okay.
they're getting
Well, once
in.
you take care of them, then we should be able to
Yeah.
come too. Like, I mean, what makes it more scary that it happened in Dayton versus it happened here? You
Yeah.
weren't there.
You could have been visiting Dayton when it happened.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My hairdresser was like in the bar.
Yeah, I know a
when it
couple people that
happened.
work at that bar.
Did she get
Yeah.
a ticket?
No, she's
I was
like,
there.
John Legend showed up and played there like a couple of nights ago too.
I feel bad for her. She's like, I
Played
can't
20
even-
minutes,
Oh my
like
God, legend.
he played 20 fucking minutes. That's like doing like 2 songs. Like, oh
Like
wow,
15 2 minutes.
that's a PR stunt. This
15
fucking
2
ugly
minutes.
ass fucking wife.
I agree.
I fucking hate that. I really hate that wife of his. Gets on my nerves.
Yeah, me too.
She's like
acting
Asian,
all
isn't
like
she, or
woke
something?
and shit. All the
She is a little something everything.
yeah.
She look
She-
weird now that once she had the kid.
She likes all my Bravo shows, so I can't hate on her.
She was weird as fuck.
That's it.
She is.
What's
She's
her name?
Real,
She's
she's
not
a real
weird.
Christy T.
She's not
Christy
weird.
Teigen.
She's just very
Yeah.
honest
Christy.
about being a regular person. I guess.
Yeah.
So I just
Yeah.
don't really see celebrity women being as vulnerable as her.
Whatever happened to Tila Tequila?
She's still alive.
She was in the
Alcoholic.
conspiracy. She was a
Yeah.
flat, she a flat
Oh, yeah,
earther.
she's flat
Yeah.
earther.
Yeah.
What's up with that bitch? Where the fuck she been at?
She
She
flat
was
earther.
doing like softcore porn and whatever it takes. She probably like a call girl in Cali or something.
Yeah.
The
Probably.
rich folks.
I don't know. Every time I think of John Legend's wife, I think that's who it is. But it's
Yeah, I could see that. 'Cause she has that praying mantis like face.
because they're Asian.
No.
I don't see it at all.
What
It's
I
all
see.
Asian.
No.
Yeah,
She Blasian.
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 Like
Black Asian.
Black Asian.
like Tiger
Oh,
Woods.
I don't even think I could name a John Legend song.
I couldn't.
Ordinary people. Ordinary people. That's like his most popular song, I think.
I
Did he
could-
do a
I
song
couldn't
with-
You
name
probably heard it in commercials.
Isn't
and
there a
stuff.
song he did with Andre 3000 or
He's done
something?
a song damn near with everybody at this point. But he got too much of that Tony Bennett shit going on. I don't want to hear that ballroom. Shit is boring as fuck.
He's one of those people everybody says how nice he is, which makes me think he's really not nice. Not that nice.
Kind of guy
behind the
beats
scenes.
his kids and
Yeah.
shit.
He look
Yeah.
real uptight though.
Yeah.
I think he's gay. I think he's deeply in closet.
I don't think he gay. He just seemed like one of those.
That's my theory.
I don't know, just prissy.
Yeah, that's what I
Too
mean.
put
Though.
If this old lady was Filipino, she might have a dick. Or is it Taiwan?
That's Thai.
Is it Thai? Yeah.
That's Thai, dude.
If she's Thai, she might have a dick.
You
Also,
think she a lady boy? She just had a baby though, so maybe
Little
not.
geisha boy.
Hey, did you see it?
I mean, when
did
you're
you see
that
her give birth?
rich,
But how her? No disrespect to her, but after how her body looked after she had the baby, you can definitely tell she was pregnant for real. She didn't bounce back like.
maybe
how
she had
them-
plastic surgery to make it look like she had a baby.
Oh,
Oh,
Or just drank a lot of Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
That,
Weren't they trying to say that about the Kardashian Kanye baby at one time or
Well, no,
something?
she did have a
two
surrogate.
surrogates.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Only
had two
one of their
surrogates,
kids
yeah.
is natural.
I don't understand if you were that fucking rich,
hate
why you would have a
Kardashians.
baby like au natural anyway. Like I would pay somebody to
because they
carry my
don't.
baby.
Oh, I was gonna
So
say.
she
like,
could,
Fuck
so she
yeah.
they
could
don't
say
want
she
the
did it.
C-section
I mean, but don't you
Yeah.
want the
Nope.
baby to have like all of you pumping through it throughout
Yeah.
the whole time, even though it's your DNA and shit, it's not your blood.
I would, if I was that rich, I would pay to have like a full blood transfusion to my surrogate. Like I don't know.
Damn, that's fucking
Is that even
crazy.
possible?
Britt, I'm
No.
sorry, but we've gone through 4 surrogates. Your blood just boils them alive from the
They
inside.
keep dying. Get
Yeah.
another one.
No.
Give it an ultrasound. You're like, why does your
likes
baby
it.
look like a hamster?
She get arrested at 70 years. She got like 6 dead surrogates in her backyard, frozen and shit.
Oh, like the chick up in
My
Ohio
freezer.
that buried her baby.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Hey,
alright.
did y'all
Burned
hear
it.
about the hold
Burned
on.
it. They
Did you
Yeah,
talk about the
yeah.
one guy who his mom died and he found like a dead something in
The
the
baby,
freezer?
yeah.
Yeah.
His
That
dead- his dead
motherfucker could have been
sibling.
lying though.
What?
Think about it. Well, I didn't know it was his sibling.
Yeah.
But what if like you killed somebody and then your family member died and you put it on them? That's brutal.
It's a baby.
But either way, I'm
good.
not
He
getting too
still
caught
could've
up in
done
the
it.
details.
I mean, that would be convenient.
People kill babies.
That'd be convenient.
I'm just saying it'll be smart, even though it's wrong.
To blame, like, just wait until.
Like
your
you didn't
relative
like plan
dies?
it to happen, but it's like, oh shit.
Now's my chance.
I mean, there was a story about like it was like telltale heart shit. Like this guy was fighting with his wife, and like the last kid left for college, and he was like a notorious asshole, and like the mom was always like, I'm leaving as soon as the last kid leaves, and like as soon as the last kid left, like dad's like, I don't know, she like took off, and then like they just kind of bought that story, like, well, I guess she was just done with us, and dad dies, and they found like he had like bricked her in
Whoa.
Wow.
like I guess he had like drugged her and like built a brick wall, and like they found like scratch marks and shit, like her trying to get out.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's some interview
Some
with the
Poe
vampire
shit.
shit, man.
Well, it's Telltale, or not? It's not Telltale. What's the
Telltale.
It's like
Yeah,
Cask
Heart,
of Monte?
yeah.
What is
Oh, the Cask of
Cristo?
Monte Cristo.
the Count of
Cristo?
Monte Cristo. That's
Cristo.
about
Which
a
one is
prison
it? Where they
escape.
where he's being bricked into the wall?
I don't know. I never paid
Look it up.
attention to
That
that.
hap-
Jamie, look it up.
That happened in Interview with the Vampire.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Ripping off Poe.
My nipples are hard. Like when you get sick, nips get
What?
hard and
Yeah.
stuff. That never happened to you?
Yeah, that didn't happen.
That's why you
I
need
think
to have
so.
butter nips right now.
I need some. Oh, I got.
Like when they
There you
get
go.
cold, maybe.
Rub
like,
some
are
of
you
that
cold?
butter stuff
You
on
gotta
it,
do
man.
it.
Just for the cast.
Doing it for the ladies. Oh, man. You got,
I looked
Man.
over right as he was doing
I thought
it.
you had milk duds under your shirt. I was like, what the fuck, man? Making
He
me
goes,
hungry.
hold wait, put that camera back on.
I'm black, so the areola is usually darker. You know.
Well, speaking of gruesome ass shit, they're in Louisville, again, specific to Brad's near and dear. Across the river in Jeffersonville, Indiana, there was a man who was convicted of stabbing his girlfriend to death and then eating parts of her.
What parts did he eat?
Was he on
Undisclosed.
drugs?
Only parts of the
No, I
corpse have
read
been
it. It said
removed.
her brain and her heart.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Yep, I read it.
If you're gonna
Oh,
eat-
see, I linked to the one where
Damn.
apparently his first trial was a mistrial.
Oh.
So
How do you mistrial that?
I know.
Now
I don't
they're-
know. Like it's. I'm
It
still
came
gonna-
out. That was chicken.
Yeah.
He had like diced it up together.
One of the jurors was like, "That's what you fed me, you motherfucker."
If I was on the jury, as soon as I heard Jeffersonville, Indiana, it would have been guilty because that town is fucked up. That's where they shoot. What's that live cop? The live PD. It's on live
in
PD
J?
a lot. Yeah. That's
Is that
the
J-Town?
deal.
He is actually pretty good.
No, there's Jeffersonville,
Indiana.
You like live
Indiana,
TV?
and then there's
I
Jeffersonville,
know, but I
Kentucky
get
too.
trapped into it whenever I.
Yeah.
Live PD,
Yeah.
because you're just
Suck
waiting for
you
somebody
in,
to like
man.
get a cop to get murdered
It's
on
better
film.
than cops because they always show you the intense
Yeah.
moments when shit get too dull. Like,
Yeah.
all right, we're gonna go over here to San Francisco. And it's like some dude getting choked out and shit. You're like, oh, okay, perfect. Versus cops, you know, they have a lot of dialogue and shit. You want to hear that?
You ever see the cops when they filmed the episode of Cops that was filmed in Covington?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
knew one of the guys that was on there.
Which was the one that they live in that house next to the Kroger on Madison?
No, not
Okay.
the. It's a family.
Yeah, he's
tradition,
singing
not that
family
guy.
tradition when he's getting arrested. Like he's like, yeah, family tradition, and they're hauling him in the cop car.
I knew one of the guys. It was like a fight in the
like
street
fight?
or something. Yeah, it wasn't all that awesome. But I went to high school with the guy.
I know, like they wouldn't let Cincinnati wouldn't let them come and film in Cincinnati because they
did
didn't
it
want
a
their
little bit.
they
Yeah,
didn't
they
want their
did.
They did
city.
Cincinnati.
Yeah,
they
they
was
did.
in Avondale and all type of shit.
Yeah.
Did they really?
Yeah.
They used to do police women in Cincinnati.
Oh, they're the
Yeah.
policewomen in Cincinnati.
Oh, that
Yeah.
blonde girl
Yeah.
in there. I wanted to punch in the throat.
Lucas and
yeah.
Lucas
I
and
forgot.
Saldano.
They stopped for it was some sort of controversy. I can't remember why.
I
they
think that
stopped.
blonde girl like abused somebody. Like I'm pretty sure.
Allegedly.
It was a blonde girl.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That was right before it was on camera.
I just feel like anytime we're talking about somebody local and we're like shit talking them, we have to say allegedly.
Do you remember on that show where she's like trying to get into this, like it was like basically a college party, and like the one guy's like she's like, you have to let me in, and his buddies are like, nope, that's not, nope, I know his rights, ma'am, like no, like
Was that the neighbors?
no, it was like his buddy was
Yeah.
just like
Oh, I
like
thought
he
you said
got
it was on a TV show.
yeah,
A
it
movie.
was
On Police
it was
Women.
on the Police Women in
Oh, I thought you
Cincinnati.
were talking about a movie.
Yeah.
Because neighbors, wouldn't it?
They're having
Something
a
like
party and she wanted to roll up in there and they were
Yeah.
like, no, you can't come in here.
Like you don't have any
Yeah.
reasonable
that? Yeah, this ain't
cause.
the movies. You ever see Let's Be
Yeah.
Cops?
no.
That's a really good movie. Never seen Let's Be
Let's
Cops?
Be
No.
Cops.
Mm.
Man, y'all gotta
Put that
watch
on the
it.
list.
It's a good one.
You seen Black Cop?
No.
Should
Black
watch. It's
Cop?
on Hulu. You should watch.
Is it Call of Duty Black Cops?
It's good. It's called Black
It's a
Cop.
TV show?
starring the
It's a
dad
movie.
from Family Matters.
Reginald Vell Johnson.
Yeah, Black
He
Cops
passed
3.
away, didn't he? Like
Mhm.
recently.
Was
Yeah.
he in Die Hard?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
in Die Hard.
He was gay.
Security
in
guard
real
or
life.
some
Yeah.
shit.
He was gay?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
In real life?
Yeah.
Mr.
Really?
Winslow.
Mr. Winslow.
Carl
Aw.
Winslow.
I didn't know that.
Carl
He was like
the
he was
son.
one of my
alright.
favorite
No, that was
TV dads.
Carl Winslow was the dad, and then the son Eddie.
Eddie Winslow.
Yeah.
You're right.
And he was lame.
He was.
I
But
like
in the 90s,
Eddie's
you know,
friend.
that fake jock shit.
Yeah,
was
I
cool.
like this friend though. Like the dumb
The dumb
friend.
Waldo?
Yeah, Waldo. Yeah. Every show had to have a dumb. Every sitcom had to have a dumb friend.
I hated Urkel.
What?
You know,
I
Urkel wasn't
hated
supposed to
Urkel.
be
No, he
a
wasn't.
major character on that show.
What? He just stole the show.
He stole it. Yeah, he had such a response from like the audience
Did I do
for the
that?
one episode he was in. They made it.
Anybody got any cheese?
Jenny cheese.
Yeah.
I like when they were like, "Oh, just take your glasses off, and then now you're hot."
Stefan.
Yeah,
Stefan.
Stefan or Kel.
Yeah.
So eating brains and hearts and shit. That's
Yeah.
crazy, man. Like, how much love is there?
Eating other people's brains can really fuck you
I
up.
want to have you
Yeah.
with me forever.
But haven't you ever been just a little curious about like what human meat might taste like?
I mean, I'd eat it.
No.
I think
I'm not
you
gonna
probably
lie.
smell
You
it.
eat brains?
How
I've eaten some
bad do you
fucked up shit
smell?
before.
Like,
As long as
how
it's
bad?
cooked right, I'd eat it.
That Japanese guy that was a cannibal said it tasted a lot, really did say it like tasted like chicken. Tasted a lot like chicken.
Like brains did?
No, he ate like an arm or
Yeah.
somebody's arm or some shit.
I wonder if the person ate chicken a lot, though.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah, it's
You
like
are what you
Yeah.
eat.
It's true.
Mountain
I bet
Dew.
Brad would taste like Mountain Dew.
Yeah, Mountain Dew and pizza.
Cold red.
Piss in this cup. I want to see what it tastes like, Brad.
Were you a
I feel
cold
like-
red or the traditional guy?
Just traditional.
Well, yeah.
I do like, and I like the orange kicks.
Live
I
wire?
just say I
Yeah.
loved some Code Red.
Yeah, I was addicted to
I
cold red
love-
for like
Code
2
Red
years.
was good, yeah.
Then it got different. It's like they
Yeah.
changed the formula. or
Dude, Diet Mountain Dew used to be really fucking good, and then they changed it, and I was
They
like,
started
fuck
putting
this
that
shit.
I know they brought back that Mountain Dew throwback, and I thought that one is like made with real sugar, and I thought
Yeah.
that tasted like shit.
You
I
ever
thought
had that
I
cherry
like that
Sprite?
Mountain Dew. It was good.
That LeBron James cherry Sprite.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was my last
Soda.
My last love.
that would be
Pop
your
love.
last.
Did you drink it like right before he left Cleveland? Like, fuck him.
This is what's super fucked up. Like, apparently they got into a like knockdown drag out fight, and the girlfriend didn't call the police because she didn't want him to go back to prison. So then he came
That's
back
love.
later that night and stabbed her, ate her.
Cut
This
her
is the
Damn.
best I get.
Did he make like a long weekend out of it? Like ate her brain on Friday night.
He did.
Save some
hard
for
on
later.
Saturday,
He didn't
yeah.
try to hide her. They said they found her in the tub. So
Damn.
he
Damn.
probably
It's
was
like
going
wanted-
back
yeah,
and shit.
wanted-
I don't know, man. If I was gonna go back, I'd put him in the fridge, man. You don't want that
Just buy a
meat
lot of
going
ice and
bad,
shit.
you know? Yeah.
This is sort of related, but we would always ponder what dog when I lived with my roommate, we would ponder which dog would taste the best to eat. Like if the apocalypse happened.
Oh, man.
And it would piss my roommate off so much.
I
'cause-
probably would die. I think I would like not eat the shit.
You would not
Uh,
eat a dog?
Yeah, definitely not.
What if
Not
you-
an old dog.
If the dog was already dead, I
If
would
I didn't know the
totally
dog,
eat it.
I would eat it.
I
What
couldn't
If I knew
kill
the
and
dog,
eat a dog.
What about if you were in like the situation like the movie Alive, where the soccer team like crashes in like
I don't
the,
know, maybe
the
like
mountains and
if
shit?
like the desperation kick in and my brain waves change for like survival mode, maybe. But just in my conscious mind, I would hold out as long as possible.
If it's already dead, though, like, are you saying
yeah,
kill
I'm
and
still.
eat?
How long
no,
has it been
it's just-
dead?
It don't matter. I'm freaked out. Just period.
Yeah. You usually don't want to eat
fresh.
something that's
If
already
it's
dead.
survival.
Yeah. But you usually don't want to eat something that's already
Well,
dead.
if you're in the Andes and snowy, they're frozen. It's fine.
yeah, shit's preserved, man.
But it's not any
Yeah.
like seasoning and stuff like. You know, like you
I'm
season
sure they
regular
could find
meat.
some
You can't
salt.
fry
That's a little
shit.
gamey.
I'm sure there was some salt on the plane.
It's all gummy and
Yeah.
shit. Ugh.
You like render down some of the fat and you have some oil.
But seriously, when you haven't eaten anything for a while, shit tastes really good. Like
Shit does?
not shit, but,
Literal poop.
yeah, that too. But
See, us
no.
being men,
like food tastes good if
I
you
would-
haven't eaten for a
I
while.
would definitely
yeah.
eat a woman first.
Oh, we would definitely taste better
Yeah.
because we have a higher fat content. We're just more
Tastes like a bunch
tender.
of bullshit
Plus,
to
like
me.
I'm attracted to women, so it's already a desire to consume you in some way. Just not like that.
You'd eat that pussy and her
need that
leg.
Hey, I eat
Like,
the
what
pussy.
is this? Calamari? No, it's clitoris.
I eat the pussy if it's fresh, though. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I take it back. Yeah,
You're killing that stereotype.
definitely.
Because I've always heard that
What?
the
Say it, man.
the black men don't like to do that.
Man, that's
I like to do that.
See, what it is like black people aren't as comfortable speaking freely about sex. You know, we had like it's a whole pride, you know, with racism and shit. People always care too much at the wrong times about how they're perceived and shit. So growing up, all of the older women and men, I never thought they had like oral sex and shit. It's just, but of course,
Yeah.
they was back there getting it on. So it's just a lie. It's a cultural myth.
Old people be fucking, man.
Speaking of,
Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of, which brings us to
voila!
Good little
Segue.
segue, right?
boom. That was very organic. I like it.
Orgasmic or organic?
Both.
Organic.
Y'all seen that movie, Orgasmo?
Orgasmic.
Yeah,
That shit was
Yeah.
trash.
I am Sancho.
Yeah.
What? Shit was trash. What?
That's
I didn't
the
like
South
that.
Park
I didn't like
guys,
it that
right?
much either.
Yeah.
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 You didn't like Orgasmo either?
At the time, I was happy they made it.
Those
It
dudes
wasn't
should
a
really
good
just
film.
stick to even South Park now. I feel like.
Did you like
I agree.
basketball?
I don't know.
That actually was pretty. But I saw that in the theater, so it's been like 20 years since I've seen that movie.
That was a good one, man. Did you see Cannibal the Musical?
Yeah, I like anything Troma though, so
That
I
shit
forgot
was
they did
gold,
that. I forgot
man.
they did that movie.
Movie was so good.
Old people fucking. What's
Yeah,
up?
old people fucking.
Old people fucking. So, in Fairfield, Connecticut,
Oh damn!
Thought you were
I
gonna
was
say
gonna
Ohio.
no,
It's closer and closer.
Yeah.
there were 6 elderly people aged 62 to 85
Yeah.
caught
In a gangbang.
in a gangbang in a conservation area.
You can't cut that shit down or fuck there.
The only people arrested was an 82-year-old man and his 85-year-old wife, the only woman in the group. So get it, Grandma.
Oh, he's a cuckold, man. He likes to
Run
watch
a
it.
train on it.
She was going to Pound Town.
His shit probably don't even get hard.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
probably can't get hard
85.
anymore.
He just
So
watching and shit. Damn. Fuck
So
that.
wait a minute. So how many dudes
Yeah.
were fucking this broad?
Well, by math, it would
Five,
be
including
5.
them.
5
4
broads,
others.
and only one of them went to
Spotted
jail though.
violations
And only
of
one of 'em could get their dick
sexual
up.
and
It was him.
lewd activities,
You aren't enjoying yourself. Get over here. you fucking
indecency, and
stupid
breaching of the peace.
breach
damn.
of
So they must have been loud.
They
and
were
shit.
all released
They were-
upon their own
That's a
recognizance.
bullshit charge. They
Fuck.
got to get you on something, so
Did-
they're like,
And
oh,
they
let's.
had to promise to appear in court.
Did you say that only one of them was breaching the peace?
Is there
No.
pictures of these people?
Like breaching
No.
the.
Oh.
You know what
I
I'm
do
saying?
like that they did use like a stock image of just like old people like harassing one another.
Let me get your bra strap.
So yeah, so that was.
Oh my god.
Police found him in a car with his underwear and shorts draped over him with no underwear.
What?
He told the police he was naked for medical purposes.
Okay.
I got that medical naked card.
He was watching from across the street. He a creep type.
What's
Can't
more
even see
weird?
because he's old. He's like, god damn it.
I wanna
Describe to me what's
I
going
wanna
on
know-
right now very loudly because
Yeah.
I can't hear.
We're in Braille.
That's how they got
Yeah,
caught.
in Braille.
Yeah. What's more weird? Like what's I don't know if it's weird or just what makes you more uncomfortable to watch a young dude fucking old woman or to watch an old man fucking young girl? What's creepier to you?
I think it would matter. Oh man.
You know,
It depends how they look. It's not just an age thing. I guess they both old and disgusting.
Yeah.
Okay. Equally.
For me, I gotta say it's old man on young girl. That's just kind of creepy.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
there's the
pretty- that's
predatory
pretty creepy.
aspect of that, but I mean, if you're talking like,
I think that's
We
what creeps me
watch-
out. Yeah.
we watched this show about like strange love,
Pornhub?
and it was like a 32-year-old guy and like an 80-something-year-old lady, and it's just the like old lady mouth, and I don't know. That was pretty creepy.
All weird
Like,
wrinkles.
yeah,
I
like,
would
like
much rather. It's probably I'd rather see the old man and the young woman
same.
because I
Right.
would be watching her and how good she looked. You know what I'm saying? It's an old
I had to
lady. I don't
watch
want to
it-
look
Yeah.
at the dude like, oh, he's in such great shape.
I think it would feel more
That's true.
exploitative though to watch like a young guy bang an old lady.
But I have to be in my milf bag, I should say.
yeah.
You milf bag.
Yeah.
I mean, and the lady on
Like,
the
what
show
are we
that we
at
wasn't
here?
wasn't even like bad looking. She was just fucking old.
Wasn't bad.
Milf
Looked like a
carton.
fucking mummy. What are you talking about?
But I mean, she wasn't like. I mean, she still had like her like hair and original teeth.
Yeah.
She did not
That's
have it.
his
You hear her
original
fucking false teeth clanking around when they were making out
There's
with each
probably
other.
a bridge.
But if you
We'll,
old
like,
like
give her a
that, I would
break.
probably rather you have false.
But didn't you
teeth.
say
I
you
want
wanted
the
to fuck
whole
the Golden Girls,
experience, like,
Brad?
Pop it out.
Yeah.
Let me get that
That's
gummy.
It was
the
only
There
Rue
you go.
McClanahan.
That's the thing. Old people have the nastiest ass breath. Like it's
Yeah, they do.
Cigarette and coffee.
it's just
Death.
old.
Death,
yeah, it's
yeah.
just, it's just
Death rattle.
mothballs. Like,
It's from years of drinking Mountain Dew.
yeah.
Yeah.
With
Yeah,
that
that's
gummy
precious.
though, can you imagine that gummy though? That gummy.
That
top?
gummy head.
That's what I'm talking about.
I can't. Oh man, I'll remind me to tell you guys something out there.
Okay.
Oh,
you
you
can't.
can't leave us hanging like that. Come on.
I can't.
What do you got?
No, I can't.
Come on.
Nope.
Next
can't.
time, just turn it into my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My friend did.
Tell another
Yeah.
story, Britt,
No.
just
about
don't,
your friend.
Just don't say
No.
their names.
Yeah.
Maybe next time.
Damn.
Do you
Missed
have
that
false
story.
teeth? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. I'm just gonna
Brad
give
gets the
up.
best gummies, huh?
Yeah.
I would much rather you have false teeth than no teeth. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like just in general.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
talking about the gummy. I'm just saying life.
But you
Some
don't lie.
gum-
You know you take a gummy though.
Oh, I mean, most definitely. Yeah. I mean, if she was attractive and she just popped
was
up
like,
out
"Hey,
of
look."
nowhere, I would be
Yeah.
zoned out for a minute, though. I ain't gonna lie. But if she just like instantly went for it and just took over, I'm like, I'd let it happen.
You'd be like, damn.
Like, oh shit.
What if it was like a young chick though? Like
That's
a,
what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I
Like
got
she
you.
fell one night when she was drunk, busted all her teeth out or something.
Yeah.
You'd be like, all right, whatever.
Not one, but two of the members of the Vanderpump Rules have fallen and busted their grill.
Who's that?
And, like a reality
This
show
terrible
that I
show we watch.
And
I'm sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
no, they just fucked up their teeth. That's my like worst fear. People at my work have done it off the bird scooters. That's why I won't.
Off the what?
The bird scooters downtown. That's why.
Oh.
Motherfuckers
Ride the
doing
bird
like
scooter.
40 miles per hour. I be seeing people
Yeah.
dipping on those, the green ones.
Yeah.
Both the green and the black.
Oh, them green ones go real quick.
Yeah, because they're newer.
I was gonna say, speaking of old people fucking, you also got that teacher.
Oh yeah, that's what
Yeah.
my
In
next.
In Grant
that's-
County?
We went right. The segue led to the old people. We were gonna circle back to
That
the.
shit is
So speaking of.
Damn, it's like
age
first day of school.
inappropriate,
Yeah,
Yeah,
literally, like they
crazy.
just went back to school.
not even a
So-
month in.
Yeah.
Here's my question. I know this is controversial, and I know it's like a whole thing, but like, so the headline is that a Grant County high school teacher was arrested for having a sexual relationship with the students, but it's a girl teacher.
She's 23.
Yeah.
The teacher was 23.
Yeah. And the
and
boy
then
was
the
like
boy's
15.
15.
Yeah.
So here's my thing, like. Do you guys think it's assault
Yes.
that
Yeah,
way?
it's still
I mean,
child-
it
it's
is like
still- yeah.
technically by the law, but like
no, yes.
from like when you were 15, like what? I mean,
But
I'm
this
just,
kid
I'm
let
just,
it go.
Personally,
never
like,
said
just
no.
asking.
Yes. The only reason I would say yes, well, like Dave Chappelle said on his one stand-up, you know, how old is 15 really? So we got to think about that too. But technically, the only reason I would say yes is because all 15-year-olds aren't created equal.
Yeah.
Yes.
There are more. Some are like super vulnerable. It can fuck.
What if he was 17?
Nah, it's cool. I think it's cool because where I'm from, you grown when you're 17. In Illinois, you can date adults when you're 17. You can go to jail as an adult at 17. I feel like if that can happen, then you should be able to do.
If you can be
adult
tried as an
things.
adult, you should be able to.
Well, I'm black. You can get tried as an adult at
As a 13, yeah.
Yeah.
Say it 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. The fucking baby was a thug. Thug baby.
Standing on the corner, selling weed.
Oh yeah, baby. But I don't think it's the worst of the worst. I'm not gonna like front either. I don't think it's as bad as like 23-year-old man messing with 15-year-old girl. But
I definitely think
It's-
there's like a double standard there. Whenever it's a guy teacher and a
He like
young
a
female
predator.
student, yeah, it's like a predator type situation. But I mean, I don't know about you guys, but when I was 15,
You've been all over.
I'd have been all over it,
23-year-old
and I wouldn't
teacher.
have fucking told a soul.
Oh
about
hell,
it.
that's
either.
that.
so
See,
the
that-
guys never really tell on themselves. It's always a hating ass friend and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah,
much, and that's
mom.
pretty much
Yeah.
what it sounded like.
Well,
like
exactly
they
what
interviewed
happened.
other people.
Yeah.
They told a friend who was fucking the jealous little cock blocking asshole. Was like, I'm gonna ruin this motherfucker's day and her career. Like, fuck her, she gave me a fucking C- last year. Fuck
Yeah.
her, man.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
know?
like
Literally.
Mary Kay Letourneau was he was like fucking 11. Like that's
That's
you know
horrible.
that's insane. I
Yeah,
mean, that's
that's-
child abuse and above and beyond the sexual thing, like
But
just like the
the only reason I
psychological.
said it still was because I have known 15-year-old boys that were damn near 11. They
Yeah,
weren't
yeah.
into
Same,
girls,
same.
They didn't think
Yeah.
of sex or anything
Yeah.
like that. Me being somebody that was exposed to sex at a young age early, it do affect how you view things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
It'll fuck
I,
them up psychologically.
and that was kind of my point in that like I do think like a lot of people think of it as like, oh well, you know, the little like the boy wanted it and blah blah blah.
He
But
probably
it's like-
did.
But a lot
but
of
it's
the
like,
girls
but
Yeah,
the
you're
point-
15,
The
you want-
point
but
being,
a lot of the
though,
girls
is,
that have
is
sex-
she's the adult.
A lot of
in-
girls that have
She
sex
should know
under
better.
age, they be
Yeah.
wanting it too. Every girl that have sex with a grown man isn't the like.
It's
It
not
isn't
always
always
a
like
predatory
direct rape.
situation,
You know, it's
yeah.
statutory rape, but some of those girls want it as well.
Oh,
So
for
I don't
sure.
think that should
For
even
sure.
matter.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, but I think the double standard is that like people don't take it as seriously if it's a guy, you know, child, and a woman, adult. So like that's why I was just like garnering.
I think they both should be felonies, and just based on the situation, like anything else, it should
It's a
change
power
what
thing. You're taking-
level of felony. No different than any other crime. If me and you get into a fight, it's like a million different charges for that one fight. How they can classify it, so it's levels to everything. It
Oh,
just
they
can't.
can get you for not just fighting, but like inducing panic and
Absolutely
like
disorderly.
yeah, disorderly. They can stack it on like a fucking
Long as
whopper.
it's- long as
That's why
it's
they
not
say
a-
throw the book at you.
As long as it's
Yeah.
not a misdemeanor, you know, or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, I definitely don't think she should ever be in a situation of power over.
Absolutely.
Children,
not. I wonder
again.
what's up with her. Like,
There's
Why
always
would-
something
Why?
psychologically fucked up going on.
Well, she still
Yeah.
lived at home, and she brought him over to the house that she lived with her parents like twice, and then they fucked in the car twice or something like
Yeah,
that.
They
They're
were
gonna hold-
fucking a car too.
They're gonna hold the parents responsible for
I
that.
don't know.
Yeah, where were they? Where were the parents? But
Yeah.
like, it's
But
she's
where
were her
covering.
parents?
Yeah, where were her? I mean, that's what I meant. Her parent,
But-
like bringing home a
but
15-year-old.
Look at it like this though: if you were a parent and your daughter was a teacher and she were tutoring students on the side, that
Yeah,
happens sometimes.
yeah.
You wouldn't think your daughter is a pervert.
Yeah.
You would have hoped for the best. Like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
He's in summer school.
yeah.
Well, I think that's how women like have got away with it for so long.
That's true.
It was you're
Hey
giving
mom,
the
can
benefits.
Jimmy stay over for dinner? Sure, we'd love to feed your students.
Yeah, so that's wild. Wow.
And I
Crazy.
feel like the media makes it worse with like when it's the female teacher, male student. They always like
I
it's
wonder-
never like an outrage thing. It's always like, oh,
But here's my other thought.
again, normalizing
I
child
wonder if
molestation in
there's
a way.
ever-
Exactly.
If there's ever female teachers that are caught that are not like blonde and kind of pretty, like
Yeah, those
They're
stories don't
always-
get picked up.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
never fuck a gym teacher.
yeah,
You know?
like
Or the
it's
fucking
always
lunch
like blonde
lady.
hair,
Yeah.
blue
I didn't
eyed.
think about that either. It's never.
Hey man, fucking lunch lady could actually.
But I'm
chicken
sure that
nuggets.
stuff happens, but the media
Hell
doesn't
yeah.
carry that because it's not a
Mm-hmm.
good looking it's not a good looking girl.
But then this
Doesn't get
bitch probably
clicks.
like not giving grown men play and shit
Yeah.
at, school, at college and shit all through
Yeah.
the years. Like
Usually when it's like the female teachers are always having some kind of like marital trouble
Well,
with like
she's
their
23. She's not him.
Yeah.
can you imagine
Married.
though, like a chick you was trying to constantly get and she always denied you and she came out to be a fucking teenage teacher rapist?
Yeah,
and
that's
shit. You was like, what? You was denying all of this shit?
Well, and I think that's the other thing too. Like in this case specifically, because I didn't know that about like that she was like still living at home and all
Yeah.
that. But like, there like levels of maturity. Like
Yeah.
there are people that I knew from high school and stuff that lived with their parents like all through college. Like basically, it was like high school, like second round of high school. So she's just fresh out of college.
Hell, I
and
lived with
she
my
never-
mom till I was 25.
She went to UK. They said.
Yeah.
Of
yeah.
Of course she did. Of
She
course
just
went to
graduated from UK like
Yeah.
recently too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, so she like boomeranged back.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I guess she came home for a job. I think the last year was her first job. I wanted. Like, was
You
her
know, these
first year as a
teachers would
teacher.
stop sleeping with students if we paid them more.
Yeah. All they're trying to do is secure
Yeah.
what, 3 squares and a
Yeah,
cot.
3
you know?
squares and a place to live.
Yeah.
They'll be more effective.
Shit's
at it
hard
if
these
they have
days,
more
man.
money. But you don't want to cut the check just because a couple of them are freaky.
You know,
She's a very
if,
freaky teacher.
if that's why teachers are fucking with students to get 3 squares and a cot, they need to be fucking the principal or the superintendent. They just get a raise. And,
Yeah.
they get like a condo or something.
It's weird. I wonder was she like attracted to him on some stupid like, oh, this is my soulmate. Like, bro, you remember
That's some
those-
Mary Kayla Turner.
That and that's some
Yeah.
grooming.
Is that
That's
the-
some
is that the
that's
lady-
some grooming
Is that the
fucking
lady
shit
that-
too.
The one lady that was dating the Asian kid, and she went to jail for years.
Yeah,
and
that's
she got
Mary
Yeah,
Kayla
the
Turner.
turnout.
I
Yeah.
never knew her name. They still together?
Yeah. No, he just filed for divorce, but like they were together for a long. Like their kids are grown ass kids.
Yeah, their
like,
kids are
now.
grown
He
now.
probably
Yeah.
like, you're too old for me.
Well, but he was. I mean, that's what you were saying. He was groomed. Like she made him her perfect.
Sorry to snap and point, but I just thought of something. I went to high school with a teacher who grew up to be a child predator. True story, man. Remember the teacher that was teaching at Dixie a few
Oh,
years
yeah.
ago?
Oh yeah.
Lady or
Yeah, it was a lady.
Yeah, they're married now.
Yeah, they're married now. Yeah.
What?
So it's the
same story.
Kind of.
Fake soulmates.
Yeah.
there was a high school teacher.
She
at-
got away with it though.
Oh.
Yeah.
There was a high school teacher at my high school who was like a first year teacher the same year my mom was a senior, and there was always something going on between him and one of like her friends, and like the year they graduated, like they got married. Like,
That happened with a choir teacher at my school. He was one of her
he was
students.
still a
and then
teacher when I was there.
She graduated high school, and 2 years later they were married.
Yeah.
He was
still a
always
teacher.
giving her rides home and shit. And
Yeah, I
like,
bet he was riding
weird-
Yeah,
her
he
I
home.
mean,
was. He was
Yeah.
fucking weird,
Catholic
man.
fucking
I
school,
always
man.
knew there was something fucking going on.
Yeah,
with
he
that.
was still a teacher when I was there. Like he married a student and was still teaching there.
Oh, that's why he was a teacher there.
Yeah.
Oral,
Was he a
oral
boy?
sex ain't considered oral sex in
Catholic Church.
Catholic.
That's true.
Okay, so to continue our school children sex talk, there was an attempted human trafficking case at Connor High School.
Oh,
Again,
yeah. I forgot all
local.
about this.
There was a guy who flew in from Las Vegas
Vegas.
and was attempting to abduct a student from the parking lot.
That's some fucked up shit, man.
Yeah.
She had to have told him
He
something
followed-
though.
I mean,
Yeah, I think
don't
maybe it's
know.
like maybe there's probably some kind of not. I'm sure there
Weird
was
line of communication.
before
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you talk to somebody online, you all talk a bunch of shit like, "Oh, I wish you were here." Blah, blah, blah.
Okay, I'm on my way
Yeah.
Yeah.
from Vegas. Man, that
What?
I know those dudes on Dateline To Catch a Predator drive a couple 100 miles, but man, flying
Yeah.
in Vegas into Kentucky.
But the point
And
was,
took an
is
Uber
they
to
weren't,
the high school.
Yeah, they weren't like trying to like have like a sweet romance.
Imagine
like, he
being
was there
that
to
Uber, like
kidnap her and sell her
an
into
Uber driver. Like, you trying to
slavery.
like get me involved in some kind of kidnapping plot, dude? Like,
Was
I
it
bet-
was it for trafficking? I don't
Yeah.
think, is that what it was?
Yeah, it was
How did they
attempted.
determine that?
Yeah. How do they
Because-
determine that?
Like
Yeah.
I guess who? he
I
was
think maybe
affiliated
now,
with.
like maybe planning to take her across state lines, even if he wasn't selling her for
Yeah,
sex, is
I think
considered
that's what they
considered
consider it,
trafficking
yeah.
now.
Right.
An adult taking a minor across state lines, yeah.
He was only 18.
See now,
He's an
how
adult,
old was
though.
she?
I don't know.
She's still in high school, so
They
she
didn't
probably ain't 18
release
yet.
the name of the victim.
But once again, like I was saying, in Illinois, you can be 17.
Yeah,
and
'cause
still
if
be a
she's like-
senior.
Okay, they met on an
Still
app
be
4
adult.
years ago. So
Oh,
communication
grooming. He's
since.
grooming. Then fuck him.
Obviously, he's not a very good groomer. She
No.
fucking ran from him and
Yeah.
shit.
Hell, he probably sent some pictures and like.
Well, if they talked 4 years ago online, he was underage.
I
Right.
mean, even if you're talking, like, if I was, like, talking shit, like, oh, blah, 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 and then they just showed up in my school parking lot, I'd be like, what the fuck?
Isn't that what Tinder's for, though?
It sounded like something missing.
Yeah, that's
It-
what I was. That's
it
what
was
I
a-
Yeah,
kept
more will
thinking,
come
too.
out,
My
I bet.
link is a
Yeah.
Facebook post from Boone County Sheriff's
Yeah.
Office, so.
Oh yeah, don't trust cops.
Cops.
Can't trust the cops, man, Just can't do it.
Get touch the spoon.
I was waiting for the cricket sound effect there.
No objections here. Should have started cheering.
All right, so that wraps our headlines.
Yeah.
So right into the fucking of the dead people.
Oh, here we go.
Well, fucking of the dead people? Oh, yeah,
Turn
dead
it up
people.
a little. You can play it again. Turn it up a little. It's very quiet.
It was so loud earlier, though.
I ain't gonna lie, I actually like that part of the song.
Yeah.
I'd never heard it before, but I do be thinking about
It's
it
a
from
jam.
time to time.
Still kind of low. What's up with that?
I think that's good.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, first up, Richard Williams, the animator from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
I think that was the first movie I ever saw in theaters.
Really?
It was either that or Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I don't remember. I remember.
Well, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids had a Roger Rabbit cartoon at the beginning, of it,
beginning.
so I could see why you might be confused with which one you
That's
saw
a damn
in the theater
good point.
first.
That's a damn good point.
Yeah,
I forgot all about that.
yeah, it had that little
cartoon.
10-minute cartoon, Baby Huey cartoon and
Yeah.
Roger Rabbit. Yeah,
Damn.
I fucking loved Roger Rabbit when I
Me
was a
too.
kid.
I like Jessica Rabbit. She was
Oh my god, that movie
banging
so it
hot.
still holds up. Till I watched it a couple years ago. Fucking Doom. What was it? Doom, the fucking shit he dropped the cartoons in.
Yeah.
That shit shouldn't have looked that good back then.
Still looks
Yeah.
good too.
Yeah.
They did a good
Apparently,
job.
his like it was never before done animation technology.
Well, and it had Warner Brothers cartoon characters in
True,
it,
true.
Disney
Yeah.
cartoon
True.
characters. So for all of them to come together in like
Crossover.
one like
Actually,
crossover
it had, like,
thing
Bugs Bunny
was
and, like,
a
Mickey
big
Mouse and
fucking
shit,
deal.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a big deal back then.
Yeah.
Still
You'd never
kind of
see
is.
that. You would never see that today. For
Yeah.
all the
You
rights.
see Spider-Man and Disney right now.
Oh yeah, we forgot. I forgot to
Well,
talk
Disney
about it.
owns. Yeah, Disney
Everything.
owns everything. Somebody's. I saw a thing that like had like the Theranos like got like Mickey
Thanos?
with Thanos gun.
Theranos.
But
Thermos.
I never saw it.
Yeah, I didn't
Like,
either.
but it was like Mickey with
The
The-
Infinity
the-
Gauntlet.
Yeah.
yeah the glove thing, and they were like, we think Sony's the green jewel.
The Mind Stone and shit.
Yeah.
They fuck Sony.
Okay, how many fucks do we give, Mister?
2.
Standard one.
One.
Sorry, be jumping all over.
I would go a little higher than one.
I'm gonna say just for nostalgia, I'll say 5.
Yeah, I was
But
gonna go
that's a-
4 or 5.
But that's a soft 5.
So
Soft
okay,
five?
one question.
Yeah.
What do you mean like animator? Did he like draw Roger
Yeah,
Rabbit
did he
for the
create
first
Roger
time,
Rabbit,
or
or
did
did
he
he just-
contribute to the movie?
He basically created the technology to do live action with animation.
Okay, well,
superimposed.
I give him a 3.
Yeah, I'll go 4.
That matters.
4. Dusty.
I'll give him 3.
3. I'll give him a solid 3. Respect his art. Didn't know who he was before he died.
Respect. Gotta have respect.
Keeping it all
Adam-
local tonight.
Adam Sandler?
Yeah.
Said Ben.
Cedric Benson?
Yeah.
Now, who is
That's
that again?
He's
Cedric
the running back
Benson.
for the Bengals.
Is that the one that died in a motorcycle
Yeah.
accident?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Bengals suck. I'm going 1.
Really?
Yeah.
He was actually good when he played for the
Yeah, I
Bengals,
liked
so
him.
I'm from Illinois. He was drafted by the Bears. I know they appear, so he played for the Bengals. So I'll probably give him about a 6.
Damn.
Wow.
yeah, I was gonna go 5. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
5.
I say 5 as well.
how'd your stepdad
I'll go
handle that
5.
news?
Anytime you mention the Bengals, Dave's about ready to. Are you picking your nose?
No,
over
Dave's
there?
not here, man.
Okay.
Had a little edge there.
Yeah, I'll go 5. Yeah, my stepdad is a very emotionally involved Bengals fan.
It's a rough
Poor
fan.
thing, yeah.
Worse than a Reds fan.
Like my mom, we'll be out on Sundays and like she has to like check the score to see what mood he's going to be in when she gets home.
Damn.
Like-
When I watch the game, for some reason I'm more like verbal and mad when I watch the Bengals game than I do like a Reds game or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why football is just like
It
motherfucker.
is.
Like,
It's
come
so
on.
Much more,
It's 'cause he's been eating shit for so long with this fucking
and we always
organization.
will be. We always will be.
Yeah, I know. It'll never get.
Yeah, just accept it and move on.
We're actually just like practice for good players, and then they move on to like somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, I had a good run though. I think like sometimes Cincinnati fans should appreciate.
Yeah, I'll never be like.
We should
What you
appreciate when we get to the
accomplish.
top of our conference because we're a mid-market team. Like we're never gonna be.
No, when I moved here, it was like the worst.
What year did you move here?
It's like 2003, some shit like that.
Yeah.
That was like right before like the
That's
Carson
when
Palmer.
it started.
Yeah.
That's when they started to get good. But
Yeah.
before that, they sucked for most lifetime.
They sucked my whole
So
childhood.
exactly. So
Like they were a joke my whole childhood.
like I think y'all forget the 4-10 for your whole life.
yeah.
You know, so if you had a decent run,
Yeah.
It'd be
didn't,
like
win
3
any-
and something
It's
this year.
okay.
Didn't win any playoff games, but you know, you had
Never
having a
will, but-
great run. A great run. There's some teams that suck forever and still suck, like Cleveland. So, could be the Browns.
I don't think,
Could
I
be the
think
Browns.
Cleveland's gonna be good this year.
Yeah, but for how long? though?
Steelers.
This year, and
Until
that's
they
it.
need money.
I don't think the Browns would be as good as long as the Bengals were good with Marvin and all of them.
Yeah.
I feel
I don't-
like
I
the
don't
Browns have
think
the
so
good
either.
attitude about it. I feel like they go into it with like a scrappy attitude.
Yeah,
and,
but when you
like-
have those type of personalities, too many in the locker room, when shit start hitting the fan, that's when it go down.
Yeah. It's like the Bills. The Bills always suck
what kind of?
too.
What do you mean?
Like for example, when the Seattle Seahawks
Mhm.
were winning, as
Mhm.
soon as they lost the Super Bowl, they had so many dominant personalities on
went
the
down.
team.
It just
Drew a division in the team. It was offense versus defense now.
Oh, the competitive
yeah,
nature.
you already
like,
got Baker
yeah.
Mayfield, Odell Beckham, and the Landry. There's too many
Yeah.
egos.
Who was
on
the
that
real
team.
shit talker with the dreads that he was like?
Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, the one that was
I'm
like.
just here so I don't get fined.
No. The one that was like super smart and would like make fun of his teammates in college for not studying.
Oh, you talking about Richard Sherman?
Yeah.
Yeah, he went to.
I liked him.
Stanford, I think.
That was my only
That's
comment.
like Chris Henry, R.I.P.
Yeah.
How many points would y'all have given Chris Henry?
Chris Henry, I'd probably give like 6, 7.
I'd probably go 6, 7 too.
I'd go 6.
I'd give him
or
about an
7.
8,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just because he was like a baby Randy Moss. I saw him
Yeah.
at the
He was
club a
good,
couple
man.
times.
He was gonna be really good.
Yeah, and he was like.
I just hate that he
from what
died
I-
in such a stupid ass way.
Well, and I
like,
think Fell out of
that
the back
just
of a
pisses
truck.
me
Yeah,
off.
it was
Yeah.
one of those kind of like Sam Kinison. Like he was trying to start finally getting his life together, and then.
But he had CTE, so I don't think his decision making was going to improve any.
Yeah,
He made
that's
too
true,
many
too.
bad decisions. I
Well, but
seriously
also,
think
like
that
you think
shit
about it,
had something to do with
I'm
it.
a world class athlete. I surely can jump. You know, like I surely can like handle myself.
Mhm.
Like, I mean,
I
I
would've
know I
done
would.
it.
I would
Yeah, I
same.
probably would have jumped or whatever.
Why couldn't it have been Chad Johnson?
I know. I've jumped out of the.
Come on, man, why would you say something?
Hey, man, I like
Ah,
Chad
I
Johnson.
think he's a dick.
I got a Chad
How?
Johnson
Chad
jersey,
Johnson is
man.
one of the nicest people
He's so
ever.
Yeah.
he's little.
How was
He is little.
He's
How
so
was he?
cute.
He's
Came
tall,
came
yeah,
into
he's not
this
very big.
Cigar store I worked at and was kind of a prick.
Oh, I met him. I thought he was.
He never had a bad day.
That's true.
You had a bad
He was
day.
getting hassled by.
I mean,
He dropped the
There
damn
was a time
ball
in
and he
Cincinnati-
turned it
I think he was
around.
kind of mad that I didn't like.
kiss
Kiss his ass.
Yeah.
Right, like look at me, Chad.
Yeah.
You're Brad.
He's done a lot of
Brad
cool
Chad.
people. He's
Brad
done like a
Chad.
lot of stuff for cool people, like people that need money. He'll throw money
He
at them
used
and
to
stuff like
tell
that.
people like on Instagram, like, "Oh, meet me at this theater. I'll pay." For
Oh
everybody."
yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot he was doing
He's a
that.
nice guy.
Yeah.
Did you change your opinion?
He said personal experience, nothing
Yeah.
changes that, right?
Yeah.
He didn't help Brad none.
Yeah, it didn't slip me any extra money.
He was cheap as fuck though. That's how he still.
Young
got
Buck
money.
did come into the cigar store, and I looked the other way when he.
Young Buck did? Really?
Whole entourage pretty much fucking shoplifted like 20% of the store.
Damn, for real?
Yeah, he was straight up. He was even like on the way out. He was like, "Hey man, can me and my crew have all these cigars? I'm Young Buck," and just fucking walked out. And I was like, I don't even know who this fucking dude is, but okay.
Damn.
Your cigars want to ride with me?
Yeah. Shorty wanna ride with me, ride with me. Did you yell G Unit when he walked out?
No, my
G-Unit.
friend that worked there did. I didn't know who the fuck he was until he was like, "Dude, that was Young Buck. He just shoplifted."
You're like, man, can I get your autograph on the stolen cigar?
Frame the video.
He knew
of
his
him putting it in
cigars though, because he
pocket.
was he stole the good ones.
Oh man.
Is that all the headlines we got this week?
more
No,
deaths?
we have the last one, a late entry. That
death?
came today. It's last death.
Oh.
David Koch of the Koch brothers. Does anyone
Zero
else know who that
fucks.
is?
Like
Fuck them. I
Coca-Cola?
didn't know they died. One of them died.
Not the drink company.
No.
Oh, the Koch. I always thought it was
No,
pronounced
it's
Koch.
like the
See,
rich motherfuckers.
Yeah.
K-O.
Basically, the
Politics.
people who are responsible for every Republican winning candidate in the past
These
25
Illuminati
years.
mother.
Yeah.
I didn't know one of them died.
He was the richest person in New York City for the
But they
last
secretly
15
be
years.
funding like both sides and shit.
Yeah.
They real
Yeah.
corrupt.
They
They just like
they're
to create division and have influence.
puppet masters.
Yeah, they like to just get dirt on you. So I'm gonna give you X amount of thousands to donate to your campaign. So now when you get in, it's basically like how I don't know if you be on Instagram how 50 Cent doing people now.
Oh yeah.
He like
No.
they at parties and strip clubs and shit, and he like giving them like, hey man, I go 5,000 to throw, and they like fuck it, start throwing the 5,000, and 3 days later he on Instagram like, you know you owe me money, right?
Well, we talked about that, how he did that to Randall Emmett, who is a producer who has his own production company, but he's also engaged to a reality star.
Yeah,
that
I know
follow.
exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he.
That was the first
And
one.
then,
I
yeah,
think.
and then he like 50 was like posting his text that this guy was like begging him, and he was so panicked he like misspelled 50 and called him Fofty,
Yeah, that's where it came from.
and so
So now that's his reoccurring thing.
His
He gave
Fofty.
like Bow
He
Wow.
Fofties him.
He threw like some money at a strip club and Bow Wow picked it up. And he was telling Bow Wow like, you owe me 10,000. And he just keep doing it. It's funny as hell. But essentially it's
You
like
need to get rid of that
He's such
shtick,
a
though.
he's such a dick.
Yeah,
Yeah, 50 Cent's such a dick.
I like it though.
I
it's like the
love
cool bully,
50
you know.
Cent
That
so
shit he did at the
much.
airport over here was fucking fucking.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
dick.
did he do
familiar.
that
What
shit
he
at the
do?
airport?
There's a guy that worked at the airport who is he's kind of on the spectrum a little bit,
Yeah.
and he
What do you mean by
he
kind of on the spectrum? I don't know.
like-
what that
On
Like
the
the
autism
autistic
spectrum.
Yeah.
spectrum.
Okay. I
then
had
he
no
worked at the
idea.
airport. He was just like a janitor, and he looked high, but that's how he always looked. But 50 was like taking like a selfie. Look how high this motherfucker is,
Yeah,
and then all the other
Nope.
shit. I'm like, man, that's fucked
He's
up.
just special.
Yeah, yeah.
that's fucking
You
You
nuts.
can find him in the club though.
Hey, bottle full of
Powerful,
blood.
yeah.
Got what you need.
All right, David Koch.
Zero.
Zero.
Yeah, 0. You don't even get the standard 1.
Nope.
I
So
couldn't
is
have
he
picked
the
him out of
lowest
the
scoring
lineup.
one thus far then?
You've never had a 0 all across the. Well, what do you give him, Britt?
Okay, here's where we need
Oh,
Ah,
no.
damn
Don't
it.
fuck this up.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is go back and look at that picture that I creeped on her Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Northside
She knows what's
police
up.
get ready for
Yeah.
a domestic dispute later tonight. Just saying it now.
No, this is. I need to clarify our ranking system. The fucks, is that sadness or is that relevancy? What are we scaling it?
personal
sad.
It can.
Personal
Yeah, I just look at it like
effectiveness?
care.
Yeah, we can't be
Care?
changing the
The-
rules
the-
this
yeah, the
late.
care-
No,
can-
I'm just
yeah.
defining
How much you
this. I'm
care?
just defining.
How much you care about what that person possibly contributed to life?
Cared in that I'm mourning it, or cared in that they were
That's why I just
relevant?
said care because it
Both.
can be either or.
How old was he?
Because some people you may give points to because you care about the content and versus them being like a good person.
Well, yeah.
That's true.
Case in point, Richard Williams. No one gives a shit about him,
Exactly.
like until you know who he is. So
is that the
here's-
guy that we're talking about? Is that his
No.
real
That's
name?
Roger Rabbit,
No,
dude.
Roger
Oh,
Rabbit.
okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't fucking remember his name. We just talked about it.
How old was the Koch brother that died?
I mean, I
Does it
think he's
say?
old as fuck, but I
I
don't
wonder
know.
how many hearts was he on.
Like
He had the Dick Cheney
what the
blood.
fuck's his name?
Is it Dick? It ain't Dick Cheney.
No,
Oh,
no,
it's Warren
there's-
Buffett.
Not Warren Buffett. There's another guy too.
79.
Strom Thurman.
Not
So-
Bezos. I can't remember his fucking name. They always talk about him as he's like the big Illuminati.
I know who
guy.
you're talking about, but I can't think of what his name is.
Yeah.
What
Alex
is he
Jones always talks about him.
affi-
How he's like
what's
the
he
big.
affiliated with?
He's like
Ah.
harvesting
Oh no, I know
hearts
who you're
from
talking about.
children and
He's
shit.
the
Is
he's
Henry
the
Kissinger dead? I should know that.
David
He's dead, right?
Icos, not Icos.
Alan
I know who you're
Dershowitz.
talking about. He's the one who's
Dershowitz?
always talked about in like conspiracy with like the
Yeah.
Pizzagate and all
Mhm.
that. He's like the left version, like wannabe of the Kochs. But see, that's where I struggle with the Koch brother thing, because like he was very relevant in our time. Like he will be looked back on, if there is a history, like he will be looked back on as like instrumental in shaping policy for like 25 years. So
But would
the
that be
nerd
a
in
gay
me.
thing? I mean, I guess it's a gay thing. Would that be a good thing?
It's not a good or bad. It's just history. You know what I mean? Like Hitler was Hitler, but he was
True.
still fucking relevant.
True.
Mhm.
So like I'm inclined to give him
So how many fucks would you give Hitler?
if hit like I mean
Watch it, Marge shot.
No comment. Let's not vote on
yeah,
that one.
there's no good way
So
to
watch
answer
it, Marsh
that
shot.
at
Hey,
all.
she gives him 0.
Let's not vote on that one.
Yeah. So I will like.
He has no rank with
I
me.
will give him a. Dear God, I will give him 1 fuck because he was a very relevant person.
If
to
you put it
our-
that way, I'll give him a standard 1 as well.
Yeah.
Fuck him, 0.
Yep.
I'll give him. I'm just gonna give him.
I'm
0.
maintaining my
I'll give him a
0.
1. Fuck it.
Yeah. Okay. That's all we got, folks.
That's all we got. That's it.
Spider-Man. Let's just
Yeah,
end it with that.
let's talk about this Spider-Man show.
What?
Before we go,
Green
What? There's another
motherfuckers.
goddamn Spider-Man?
No.
No, not a newer person playing Spider-Man. So Sony and Disney have a deal.
Yeah.
And the deal originally stated that if the movie Spider-Man Far From Home made $1 billion, then Marvel get to still retain the producing rights. They'll produce the film and make all the money from the film, and Sony would only get the merchandise and funds and stuff, which is a
Yeah.
lot of money.
Yeah.
But Sony was like, was it Sony or Marvel that came to them?
Sony.
Well, Sony came to Marvel and was like, all right, we need to split this shit up 50-50.
Yeah, because they're like, damn, we want some of that money.
Yeah,
Sony's
why-
got that PlayStation money, so why the fuck do they care?
But still, why would I just willingly watch you just walk away with $1 billion?
Yeah.
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 Fuck that.
So what hand did Sony have in it?
They
Sony
own the
bought
rights
the rights to
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Just Spider-Man.
When Marvel was lacking in the late 90s, Marvel
Yeah.
almost folded. And they
Yeah,
were
they
selling
needed
their
money.
rights.
So
to,
they just like so they just piecemealed off.
So that's
like,
why
that
X-
character.
X-Men went to Fox.
Mhm.
Sony bought Spider-Man and some other shit.
Well, if they have the rights, why the fuck is Disney producing anything?
Well, Disney wanted Spider-Man to be inside of the Marvel universe, so they cut a side deal. And Sony was like, fuck it, we not really doing Spider-Man any justice. Let's at least give
Yeah.
it to Marvel and make some money off of them.
They just
Yeah.
made that The Amazing Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and they fucking flopped. They sucked.
Well, they didn't flop. They made a lot of money. They just
But they didn't
wasn't-
do as good
it
as they
wasn't as-
could have.
I felt like if you still make hundreds of $1 million in profit, how can you call that bad? But when you're looking at Avengers and shit,
Yeah, no,
you
there's
know,
shit
it's-
compared to
yeah.
that.
It's gotta be
It's a
scale, yeah.
failure.
Yeah.
So now Sony was like, all right, you don't want to give us half? Well, fuck it. We just going to take all of it then.
Were those recent Spider-Man movies any good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better than those fucking Tobey Maguire ones were terrible.
I like the
Oh,
Tobey
nah,
Maguire one.
Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire was great.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
I want
Part
to
3 was
see
shitty.
Welcome to the Spider-Verse.
That's great.
Was it good?
That's very
It looked
good.
baller.
That's very
Yeah.
good.
It's
I
not-
don't ever
it
hardly
was
ever wanna see
Into
a
the
movie.
Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
It's very good.
It looked pretty cool. I liked it.
This has nothing to do with that, but I just thought about it. So I've been making my kids watch like old movies that I grew up watching, like Home Alone 1 and 2.
Fucking
and-
Home Alone's great.
I've been doing that too with like Silence of the Lambs.
Halo,
Yeah.
Serbian
7.
film.
I'm starting
Yeah.
lighter though. Like now they're addicted to like Ninja Turtles 1 and 2.
Oh,
The
hell
original ones?
The original?
Oh,
Oh,
that's
man.
great.
2 was my shit,
Because I just keep
man.
watching it
Secret of
over
the
and over,
Ooze.
and I enjoy it. I want
I-
them to know all the words and everything. Right?
I always said if I ever have kids, I would find a way to like create like a just like an always on channel of like where it was just like 90s Nickelodeon. Like all
It
the
is. It's
shit
called
that
Splat.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well then,
It's
yeah.
called Splat.
Because I don't want to. Like,
How do you?
the
How's that
cartoons
event? Where do you? How do
nowadays-
you get that?
It's on DirecTV. Yeah.
The cartoons nowadays, I feel like they're just like so attention deficit. Like they're just like loud noise, big color, blah blah
It
blah. and
depends
it's
like
just
which
so
ones you. I seek out
like,
the ones that they actually learn.
Clubhouse
shit, like
Mickey or whatever.
Mickey
like,
Mouse
it's
Clubhouse.
just-
They actually learn shit from
Oh,
that.
But
though.
it's just so many
Oh,
fucking
toodles.
things going on at the same time. It's just too much.
Oh, toodles.
God, I want to watch Ninja Turtles 1 and 2 now. I
Listen.
haven't seen those in years.
Now look, I
That's a
forgot.
trigger for me.
I forgot how weird Ninja Turtles 3 was, so I put Ninja Turtles 3 on. And I remember they changed like how they looked. A little
They're
bit.
like, I ain't feeling
Their
this.
heads was big as fuck. I turned it off. I didn't even enjoy it. I'm like, no, I'm not watching this shit.
I had this. That was like my first night terror as a child. Was about the Ninja Turtles, like the real movie. I dreamt.
They can be scary.
Well, I dreamt that like there was a new movie coming out, and this time the Ninja Turtles lose, and they were like walking through the forest, and there was like this big, like the bad guy was like one of the Shredder's like henchmen or whatever, but he was like on steroids and like smashed the Ninja Turtles' heads like pumpkins in the woods, and like that was like my dreams, like just
like an
splattered.
Dude, that sounds tight, man.
Yeah, it should be like an R-rated turtle movie.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
I've been craving to
scary.
watch Garbage Pail Kids the movie.
Oh, that's
Garbage Pail.
Oh
that's
my
a
god,
classic,
I love
man.
that movie as a kid.
Yeah, that and Howard the Duck stayed on constant
Duck, yeah.
rotation.
Oh
in
my
my
god,
house.
duck titties in that movie.
Yeah.
Duck titties.
Yeah.
There's some duck titties, and it was
Oh,
PG.
yeah.
Duck titties,
Yeah.
cowbell.
Yeah, I need to find some other movies though, like from back then. I tried to watch
Monster Squad, man.
I tried to put on
Monster Squad's good.
Kindergarten Cop.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
that movie.
'Cause,
Anytime
like,
that's on, I'll watch that
And he
movie.
like a little black kid, and it's
Yeah.
not like that much content out
Yeah.
for them to watch like black stuff.
Yeah.
So I be trying to like, I mean, I don't know how y'all feel about it, but as a black dude, like we already have this fucked up white man superiority complex with Jesus and all this other bullshit, and then all the superheroes white and shit. You know what I'm saying? I want
Hey, you got Black Panther, man.
Man,
Come
that's
on
one
now.
dude,
Yeah,
and that's
one.
like he only been around for
And
like
Falcon.
12
See,
minutes.
You got
This
Falcon.
is-
He's a new Captain America, man.
That shit might not even make it to film again.
See, I find this hard because like I was trying to
They'll probably
explain this
Disney
the other
Channel.
day. I don't know, it was to some relative of mine about like why does it matter like what who cares like what color characters are and stuff. I'm like it's fucking representation, because if you don't see people ascending that
Right,
look
power.
like you,
Yeah.
you don't think you can do it. Like you don't think you're just not allowed. Like
And a lot of people don't realize the psychological effect of looking like you always down and less than. That shit play a toll on people.
or a
That's
side
why-
character.
That's
Like
why a lot of dudes and kids, like knuckleheads, thugs, or whatever, like a lot of them is like just killing recklessly and shit. They don't even love themselves. It's like a self-love and shit, because you only see yourself as like the rapper and shit or the basketball player. But if you suck,
or literally
at
the
hoop,
side
it's
character,
like,
like the not main character. Like you're not even the main character in your own life. Like that's how I've heard it like explained to me. Like
Now, I'm not like super into it, like where every time a character is changed to a different race, I'm like super mad about that either. Like it happens sometimes, but like when people get mad, like Nick Fury was changed into black and Samuel Jackson, I feel like that was actually one
Nick
of
Fury
the times
wasn't actually
where-
black?
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
No, I
Nick
didn't
Fury
know
was
that.
white in the comics. Somebody else they changed to a different race. I can't remember, but
Dude, Samuel Jackson and Nick Fury's fucking awesome.
yeah, can you
Yeah.
imagine? Like he brought better shit to the movie.
He brought a
like,
better character, I would think.
But at the same time, I don't want you just making characters like black and shit or white just to do it. Like, because choose the best actor.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't have mind, like, they making a female 007.
Mhm.
I don't know how I feel about that. But I feel like Idris Elba, they was thinking about letting him do it. I feel like he would have did it.
He would've
He did a good
been
job.
baller.
Yeah.
Now, just Jamie Foxx or somebody, no.
Yeah.
Who's that? Who's
Just for
was he
draw.
the guy that was in the new Fast and Furious?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that him?
Idris Elba, yeah.
Okay, I could see
He's
him.
Black Superman.
Yeah,
But he
I could
has
see him
the-
being
the
a
native
James Bond.
accent
Yeah.
from over there. He's charismatic. Women like him a lot. I think he could have pulled it off.
He's like universal appeal.
Definitely.
Oh, Jordan Peele.
No.
Oh. What?
Idris Elba has universal appeal.
Oh, I thought you said.
All I
You
heard
just
was
heard- you just
Peele.
heard Peele.
Yeah.
If he actually got to play like 007, would he still drink a martini, shaken, not stirred?
Yeah,
or would he be
no.
like gin and juice, player?
Let me get Henny and Coke.
Yeah. Kirk.
Yeah, we off the gin and juice now. It's like it's Hennessy now.
Oh, okay.
Gin was like 90s Snoop era.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever
Nasty.
seen a James Bond movie all the way through.
I haven't.
I don't.
Goldeneye.
I haven't.
I saw whichever one Halle Berry was in.
Man, every Thanksgiving
The
they
World Is Not
always
Enough, I think.
Y'all never seen
they
Casino
always
Royale?
play him.
That's
That's
one
the
of
newer
best.
ones.
That's great. That's a great movie.
Never,
Daniel
never
Craig.
seen him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great.
But and here's my thing with them is like I probably never will watch them, and I know it's the same character played by different people, but I'm one of those people. It's like I would have to see every single one starting from the beginning to the
you
new
watch,
one.
You could literally watch Casino Royale only and just be satisfied with the movie because it's not as
I just don't like chasey shooting.
it's not as chasey though. That's the thing. It's more or less about the casino heist
Is it?
and not necessarily a heist, but whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not the stereotypical James Bond film. He's not the lame ass Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah, trying to
neither.
fuck every chick.
Pierce
and-
Brosnan was annoying.
He's not overly
Yeah.
charismatic. He just
He was
so
good in Mrs. Doubtfire.
like Daniel Craig. He was though actually.
Yeah.
You ate my
That's a-
begonias.
That's a great movie.
She
Yeah,
pull-
that's my shit.
He pulls a Mercedes thing off his fucking
Yeah.
car.
But yeah, Daniel Craig is like the tough guy, kind of like the asshole.
He's
so
like
that
real
makes
scrappy.
him sexy to the women.
Yeah.
It's not the hey, you want some cherry on your
He's
lips
witty.
at all.
Hey there,
Lame
money
shit.
pussy.
This Britt
Whoa.
admitted to me the other night she'd never seen any of the Lethal Weapon movies. She only knows it
I only
from
know
them
'cause-
reenacting scenes on It's Always Sunny.
What?
Yeah.
Those movies are
One
so
and two
fucking
are
good.
great.
3's still okay. It's
Yeah, it's
I
okay.
didn't say I wouldn't watch them.
You know, Britt, I'm with you. I've never watched a Lethal Weapon movie.
I-
Oh my
That
god,
one.
you
I
guys!
haven't either.
movie
I'm
night.
getting disappointed.
I am
man.
too.
All
3's the one with Chris Rock, or is that the 4th one?
I get it
That's the
mixed
fourth
up.
one.
Chris
I
Rock?
think.
Was the Asian
Yeah.
girl in that one? With
That's the 3rd one, I think, where Mel bangs the.
because the Joe Pesci was still in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like 3 is good.
Yeah.
4,
Yeah.
not so much. No, the TV show was shitty. Don't watch that.
Oh, with Damon Wayans
Don't watch
Jr.
that
Yeah, I
shit,
figured
dog.
it probably was.
Don't watch it, please. Oh my god, all this vintage shit in here, and y'all haven't watched Lethal Weapon.
Nope.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that bomb on the toilet scene. Oh my god, so
I was a diehard guy.
I like those movies too.
I've seen Die Hard.
Which one is
We
the
watched-
best?
I've only watched
With the
Die
Vengeance?
Hard 1.
I like. I don't know. I like the second one.
With the Vengeance
We
with
watched
Samuel L.
Die Hard.
Jackson. That's
Yeah,
great.
that's the
great.
one. That's the one I like.
We always watch it
Actually,
for
that's the
Christmas.
first one I've seen. Then I watched the first Die
The-
Hard.
Here's
But
the
actually,
real-
like
the first
second one
3
better.
are great.
The real
The one with
question-
Justin Long, and it's like all
no.
fucking.
No,
Dated
fuck
Die
that.
Hard.
Oh god,
Killed
so
the
dumb.
helicopter with a car
Yeah.
or some
Do
shit.
you guys think Die Hard 1 is a Christmas movie?
No.
No.
It's not.
It's an action movie based
It's a
in.
winter movie.
Yeah,
Back in the day, anything winter was Christmas.
they
Yeah.
barely mention
We
Christmas.
always watch it at Christmas.
Everybody, a lot of people do.
Yeah.
But I think it does make it better to watch it in the winter.
The
though.
season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I watch it in the summer, I'd be like, oh,
Gives you
watch this shit.
perspective
Yeah.
or something, you know.
And you feel like you're more accepting of lame shit in the winter because it's like, well, I don't
Yeah.
have anything
There ain't nothing else to
Okay,
do.
so
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get all nestled in.
Definitely.
All right, so we're sitting at like an hour and 40 minutes here.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa!
This might be like the longest show we've ever done.
Marathon.
Not like of all time.
No, not in
but-
our history. We had a 4-hour Jay Armstrong podcast.
Yeah. But
So,
this is probably the longest we've gone
with this group.
current
Yeah.
company. But before we get out of here, there's one thing I have to talk about. I haven't been this happy in a long ass time, guys. Last Saturday, I got to watch Daniel Cormier get knocked the fuck
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
And
we
that
haven't
was
talked about
so
this yet. Surprise.
awesome.
You know what the greatest thing about it is? It looked like he was gonna win.
He was gonna cry.
Out
Oh,
of
yeah,
nowhere.
that too.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
You should have given me the heads up on
It's
that.
all good. It's all good. You still played it. It's all good.
Oh, it was beautiful.
It
But
was
yeah,
beautiful.
It was the 4th round knockout. It was
Dude, we were like yelling at the TV.
We were
like, "Come on,
jumping up and
Stephen,
down."
let's
Yeah.
go, come on!"
when the ref fucking called it. We were up off our seats. We
When-
were jumping
when he's-
around,
He
dancing.
was.
Yeah.
He was sitting down, and then Joe Rogan later on was like copping pleas because apparently he don't like the interview.
Yeah,
When they get
yeah.
knocked out. He's like,
He
"It's
asked. He
all
said.
right afterwards."
Joe said he asked him.
Yeah, but he was knocked
Yeah.
out. He
Oh,
tried to
yeah.
make
He when Stipe started hitting him with them left hook to the bodies, man,
Yeah.
and they started connecting, and then that last one where he winced up, I'm like, oh, he's fucking done.
Stipe,
Yeah.
his stance looked like an old man. You ever see that meme when they was like, "What are painkillers?" He's like, "Oh, those are bitches."
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
that's how he
Yeah.
looked like he was standing. The way
Yeah.
he was bringing his uppercut
Yeah.
on. Like,
He was working it though, man.
I honestly thought he was gonna get fucking knocked out again, man.
If he-
There's a couple times where I'm like, oh man, he needs to keep his hands up.
If he didn't start throwing
Doing
that
the body
punch, he would've
shots,
lost
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Now they talking about he should fight John Jones. John Jones.
Y'all
would
over
for
talking
sure
shit about
win.
Daniel Cormier?
Now we're talking about a extracurricular activity that you have to purchase.
Anal beads.
Dildo.
Yeah.
Cock ring.
That's
Butt
gonna
plug.
That's
Yeah.
gonna slide right in.
Yeah, you don't need no anal lube,
free
man.
lube.
You got the
Put some
Yeah.
glue on it.
Bread self-lubed.
yeah. Don't go to jail, bro.
Oh man.
You have a target on his ass for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're like,
get
that boy self lubricates.
Poor
like-
Get him.
babe.
You know, like the sex scent get in the air.
Yeah.
Get like the dew in the air. and shit.
Dew in the air.
Yes.
Can you smell the butt leakage tonight?
I felt like everybody motherfucker at work was just cracking a pop and a crack and a bag of chips around me all damn week though. I gotta hear that pop cracking open in like fucking down the hall in a totally separate office building.
So have you
They
looked
say-
this up? Is this normal?
When you're
Yeah.
when you give it up, your senses get heightened.
They said beating sugars or kicking sugars like kicking heroin and like
Yeah,
opiates and
definitely.
shit.
You're
Because
gonna
it
fail.
activates.
You won't beat the sugar, but you can beat the dude, but you can never beat the sugar as an American.
It
It's impossible.
activates
That's
an
true.
opioid in your brain. Like it literally lights up the same parts.
But
of
now
your
I'm just like afraid. Like, what if I do
Serotonin?
what if I do
And-
want to treat myself to like
No,
a
it's like an
Coca-Cola
opioid
once in a while? Like,
receptor.
is that gonna start the whole fucking process
It will.
over?
Don't do it. Like treat yourself to something else. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
don't-
a carbonated, like a sparkling
Yeah.
water.
You don't
White-
treat yourself
drink
to
a
something
White
that you
Claw.
like.
Because it give you the carbonated, the sparkling water
Yeah.
I'm talking about. Yeah, you can drink one of those. I help wean myself off of pop with that. Because it's the same carbonation and shit.
Well, we always have that pretty much around.
But you don't want to get overly addicted to the next thing,
Yeah.
too. And now you're
Yeah.
going off of high fructose corn syrup and shit.
You just have to.
That's what the Gatorades and shit are full of.
Yeah, I stopped drinking Gatorade
Yeah.
as much because of that, too.
Yeah.
I used
But the
to-
sugar-free you shouldn't have.
They have
But
like the aspartame and
It's
sweetener and shit. in 'em.
stevia.
Like-
Stevia.
But what Gatorade is made of isn't really good anyway.
No.
You know, so no matter
The
what
only
they
reason
do
that we're
to it.
doing Gatorade right now is because it does have electrolytes, and when you are starting keto, like your body, like you
Just buy
you
Pediasure.
need it,
True.
but that has sugar in it.
Man, but
It
Does
doesn't-
it?
Is it
Yeah.
natural sugar, though?
It doesn't matter. It's carbs, like still. Anyway, the point being,
they don't make a sugarless Pediasure. Pedialyte.
Probably got to buy that shit on Amazon.
They don't.
Yeah.
I don't think they're giving children aspartame. Or
Why
stevia.
not?
Children
They don't give a
acid.
fuck
What the
about
fuck? They already
kids.
drink Mountain Dew and
It's
shit.
all type of bullshit in baby formula and
That's
shit.
true,
They don't give a
yeah.
fuck about kids. They trying to kill us off. It's too many of us.
So coming up before we wrap this up,
What?
Yeah, we.
I just want to plug the 300.
Oh yeah, 300.
Yeah, Brett
got
informed
some-
me today of something I'm pretty excited about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got a big reveal.
Yeah.
we got a phone number.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whether or not they'll answer.
Oh,
I got two phone
I
numbers.
want to call them.
Whether or not they answer.
No.
But off air, I'll tell you about how I
I
got
just
the
thought
number.
of something else that I forgot. Have y'all ever seen Nigga Turtles?
What?
No.
Okay.
No, but I want to.
Listen, you need to go to YouTube. It's called Nigga Turtles. So basically, they took scenes from Ninja Turtles 1 and 2, and it's like a black dude doing like voiceovers, and they in the hood and shit.
Press your button.
Oh, I think I
Jerry.
may have seen
So
it.
like when
Press my button. Oh, okay.
Your favorite button.
Keep it up, I'm a nigga.
Hey, perfect. So when
I like how you make me push
Yeah.
it.
she feel guilty. And shit.
I just just with the, like my white girl guilt would just consume me.
So you remember the scene when the foot ran up on April in part 1 when they
Yeah.
were in the subway? She pulled out Raphael's
Yeah.
weapon. So in the movie, she was like, back up or something like that. But in the voiceover, Nigga Turtles, she pulled it out. And he was like, oh, shit, that bitch got a fork. And then, then when she swung her
I think I know the
Is
dude
it just a
who did that.
voiceover of
it's
like the
super
actual?
funny. They do all the voiceovers
Is-
for every character for the most part.
Oh, so it's like the actual movie playing.
Yes.
The
Okay.
guy that did it, is his name the Juggernaut?
I'm not even sure who did it.
I think I may have seen that years ago. Now that I think about it.
Like when she woke up, when Splinter was over her, when she woke up in their little lair in part 1, she was like, "Oh my God, a rat or whatever." But in the fake one, like Splinter was over, and it was like, "You ever had a rat in your mouth, bitch?" So after this is over, we need to watch a little bit of it.
Oh man.
It's great.
Oh no, you can play that. Play.
Oh, it was so long. I
well,
just
play
saw,
the other one.
I just was like, what?
The one right after that.
And that's the
Not that one. Before that one.
That one?
Not that one.
Oh my god.
The next one.
Jesus Christ. What? This is the suck it? That's what I tried to press.
Yeah.
Let's get ready to suck it.
There you go.
Just because rat and mouth. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
good. It
I
was
had to
good.
explain
Should have
that
gave her the cue, Leo. She'd have played it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Get our chemistry together.
I need. Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, and what? This is episode 296. So
When
in like
is our
4 weeks.
300th?
September 20th.
September 20th.
September 20th. Plan on being here and plan on staying a while.
Be here.
Maybe.
or
Yeah, I think we
be-
should go do a
Brett-
big long celebration.
Brad's not even on camera anymore. He just like keeps slouches.
Do
in.
a little
There
big,
you go,
big
Brad.
long do a big long celebration.
There's
Yeah.
always a part when I listen to these back where it's just like.
Yeah, he's
and
like
then
yelling
everyone
off.
laughs like you cannot hear.
I'm
you
sorry.
Sometimes.
Like you start off on the show on the camera, then towards the end you're just like melted and you're like
Just
away
leans
from the
over.
camera.
The drugs are kicking in.
Your detox.
Yeah, you say your
Milk.
detox is
Yeah.
you're like I'm done, I'm tired.
I'm starting to hit my wall.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's wrap this up like a Christmas present, folks. Make sure you tune in on September 20th for our 300th episode.
300.
It's going to be awesome. Brad's got a phone number. We're going to call that phone number.
There might.
Who is going to be on the other end of that line? You have to tune in or watch in syndication.
And hopefully
to
they
find
pick
out.
up. I
There
mean, this
may or
is
may
a
not
big
be-
build up for nothing too.
Waxing as well.
May or may not
Public
be waxing.
Waxing.
Yeah, may or may not.
Yeah.
We should have. I'm still
need to
trying to
have a-
line up a bunch of different guests that have been on the show previously. I may try to get a jailhouse phone call interview from Bo Chadley.
Nice.
I think that'd be interesting.
Think he play like Puff Puff Pass Kid or Puff Puff Kid motherfucker over his phone?
He might. I don't know.
Yeah.
He might sing it. I doubt he could play it. They probably
Yeah.
won't
He
give him
could
his
get
guitar.
was it Takeshi 6ix9ine that shit?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Calling his fucking
Calling his
fucking verse, yeah.
You never know, man. You never know. But yeah, September 20th, definitely tune in for our 300th episode. It's going to be huge. Huge. For sure.
Love it.
Definitely. But yeah, make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. You know, I've always said if you like us, tell a friend. If you hate us, tell 10 friends. And apparently nobody really hates us because, you know, our numbers are still kind of low. But that's neither here nor there. So, yeah.
We'll get it going. 300's gonna
Take it off.
Yeah.
take it off.
I think 300 is going to...
We're going viral on
Yeah.
300.
Something.
I think so.
Something's going viral.
Yeah, we'll
gonna
get it like
happen.
on Rock Feed or something,
Yeah.
or you know, something like that. I don't know. Somebody will fucking be talking about it. Gotta be.
We'll find your
And Brad,
niche.
you're trying to line up like an
Yeah, good, like-
autistic rock band or something.
No.
Oh no, I'm sorry, acoustic rock band. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think that's that plan's falling through, but
I
I
get
might
the-
not
I get
use
those
them.
two
I might
confused.
use them for like, you know, might have them on not for the 300
Oh, okay.
show. They expressed interest. It's just
Yeah.
the scheduling kind of a thing.
Gotcha. It happens. But yeah, like, share, subscribe, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that fun stuff. Let's get the fuck out of here. We're at 150 minutes right now. Or not 150,
Damn.
an hour and 50 minutes.
So we almost went 2 hours.
I know.
Hot damn.
I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm your host, Jerry Saylor.
I'm left for Sluggy Dusty B,
I'm Leo Bishop.
Brad Sabbath.
Britt Rad.
and we out of here.
Stay sober, Toby.
Wait, so 300? Would you have to work that night? I hope not.
He do- he doesn't.
Might have to push it to Saturday.
I think I figured it out. I think he doesn't. Our mics are still hot.
You don't? Yes. Sweet.
Hell yeah.
Hey, shit.